Welcome to the castle, everybody come inside, where each soul is important and stands with pride. No opinion's better than the next, we respect them all feelings are valid, let them echo off every wall. In the home of good vibes, we embrace and we heal, sharing truth and compassion with a soulful appeal. I'm your vibes queen, guiding light through the night, building trust in our kingdom as our hearts unite. I brew all the tea, warm and sweet with intention, got receipts to back it up, every claim gets attention. They call me the receipt queen, evidence on my throne. When drama gets crazy, I make sure the truth is known. Woo shall like, can you believe what we've heard? I keep it real and calm, delivering truth in each word. If rumors are stolen, I say okay, let's see. Then present all the facts so y'all can feel free. My members only, I share that exclusive tea. Platinum, you love it over here, living life carefree. We keep it real and loyal, trust growing each day. Inside these castle walls, love flows in every way. Every castle resident's voice is heard loud and clear. We vibe together in harmony year after year. Our story grows stronger with each conversation. So join the family now, be part of creation. Like, comment, subscribe to the castle where everyone is welcome. Welcome to the castle, everybody step inside. Vibes queen on the throne, come along for the ride. No opinion's better than the next, that's the deal. All feelings are valid, every vibe here is real. Castle residents, stand up, we keep it moving strong. In this kingdom of vibes, you know that you belong. Respect in the castle, that's how we do it each day. So settle in and vibe out, VQ's leading the way. I'm the receipt queen, I keep receipts on file. Spilling all the tea in the castle with style. When the drama pops off, we'll shout like it's hot. I stay cool with the facts, giving proof on the spot. You doubt my story, okay? I'll prove it real quick, dropping all the receipts, now the truth really sticks. I'm serving up truth while they just chasing clout. In the castle, we keep it real, no room for any doubt. For my members only, I spill extra tea on the side. Platinum, you love it over here, it's a VIP ride. Behind these castle doors, I serve truth extra strong. Exclusive vibes from my people, we vibing all night long. If you want the inside scoop, then you know what to do. Hit that join button fast and come through with the crew. Castle crew so loyal, shining bright like a crown. We built this family you together, ain't no tearing it down. Like, comment, subscribe to the castle where everyone is welcome.
Hey guys, welcome to the castle. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're not new, welcome back. Hey guys. Hey Golden. Oh, thank you, Gemini. I appreciate it. Yes. What's up, everybody? And I am sorry I am late. My kids decide they want to talk me to death every time. It never fails. They don't want nothing 5 minutes before it's time to come live, or everybody got something to say. Okay. But I apologize. Who else is up in here? But thank you, Gemini. Hey, Carissa. What's up, girl? Hey, Diane. I don't know why this thing's so... Don't even start. Hey, Bragg. Hold on. Hold on. Hey,
Hey,
what's up?
oh, nothing. Hello, everyone. 1 minute, please.
It's okay. I got to get through. It's okay, Golden. Take your time. Hey, Plaid. I'm really trying not to talk you to life. Yes, Clarissa. They like, ooh, I know she got to go live. I'm gonna say all kind of stuff now. Okay. Is anybody else up in here? Hey, Forgiven. Hey, hon. How you been? I haven't seen you in some days, Forgiven. I hope all is well. Am I missing anybody, y'all? Thank you, Golden. Gosh, I feel like I'm missing somebody. One of our cousins. Yes, I am. Warrior. Hey, Warrior. What's up? If I missed you guys, it's not intentional, okay? I hope I didn't. But yeah, guys, listen. Today, y'all seen the title, Is It Safe to Come Outside? The streets was real, real, real. I'm talking about extra with toppings on top. Extra messy today, okay? Listen, I literally woke up this morning and I kid you not. I honestly sat there and I said, I feel like today is going to be a crazy day on YouTube. And tell me why y'all did not disappoint out here, okay? Y'all did it. For real, for real. I don't know who is up in here right now that saw anything that happened, but it got real wild. Y'all be sure to hit the like. Heart that's in the chat. So first things first, I know the first thing that happened actually, and that's why I'm happy that Golden was able to come up here this early because Golden hit the panel across the way, down the street, Sunbum and them, okay? And I'm looking like, why? Why? Was anybody shocked? Because I was, okay? So I know Golden dropped down in the chat when they went live. And then whatever they said, why she dropped down in the chat, right? But then I know she was timed out. So then she went up on the panel. Then she kept begin put off the panel. And I'm like, this is messy. But I'm going to just say, shout out to MGO. Shout out to Living to Life. Shout out to, I keep saying don't defend me, whatever, but I know they wasn't defending me. They showed up for Golden, okay? And then you would sit there and say, well, if you was there, why you didn't drop down in the chat? No, I'm not going to drop down in the chat. Golden actually asked me the last time when she went over there and it was a whole big mess with her and them. So I don't have to jump in and defend her. And I think that's the part that you guys are missing. We're not a cult. Not because she get into whatever with somebody, that don't mean I have to jump in. She also said that every time I jump into something, it caused people to deflect and the real issue that they had do not get addressed. The focus gets shifted to me. And the live, honestly, what was happening when Golden went up there, it was not about me. So you understand? Why jump in and then they're not going to get to resolve anything they had going on? I will say, hey, Livin, hey, Ocean, hey, Sula Cole. Forgiving you was like, I was like, what? Yeah. You said you didn't see anything? Oh, really? Wow. So yeah. So I don't know what Golden have to say about that. As far as like Sunny saying stuff about she asked me to leave her alone, she apologized, all of this stuff. I literally just said it last night. And I'm not gonna come live and say it again over and over and over tonight. At this rate, I'll basically be saying the same thing over and over every night. And I can't allow that to happen, okay? I literally just said last night, whatever Sunny have going on is bigger than me. I can't fix it, okay? At this point, I'm not trying to fix it. I literally just said last night, girl, you got it. Whatever you got going on, you got it. I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm sorry. Gemini made a great point the other day when, remember that post that I made that said she talked about me 3 times and I never even said anything about her or was giving commentary about her? Gemini said something in the comment and it was real. At this point, what are you going to say about her that you ain't already said? What is she going to say about you that she already didn't say? What is the point of keep sounding like a broken record going on and on and on? At this point, she got it. Then I get accused of, oh, I want her kids taken and oh, I did this and oh. Leave everything right where it's at, girl. You got it. You got it all. I'm not going back and forth with you. Do whatever you got to do. You say you apologize. Okay, you apologize. That don't mean I have to sit on the panel with you. I don't operate like everybody else. So because, okay, so she might say, live into life. I apologize. And you go sit on the panel with her. Now y'all are besties. Y'all going out to have coffee and tea and whatever. She might tell me that she apologized, and I'm like, okay, I hear you. I hear you. That don't mean we got to be cool. We got to be sitting on the same panel. I just don't move like that. Okay? I don't. And I'm not going to allow anybody to make me move differently. It's just, it is what it is. I'm fully aware I'll be cussed out tomorrow. Even if I don't get cussed out, at this point, I don't care. That's basically what it boiled down to. I don't care. Say what you got to say. Okay? As far as her man, I don't give commentary about him. I leave him alone. I told y'all my reasons why I left him alone, okay? I am not going back and forth with somebody after I done sent them a cease and desist. Let them do whatever they're doing. I ain't got no rebuttal, okay? I'm not. Did she get one from me? No, she didn't. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? No, she didn't. The point is, you said you apologize. You want to be left alone. You have it all. Because basically where I'm at, I talk about her good, it's a problem. I talk about her bad, it's a problem. I'm done. It just is what it is. You want to fuss tomorrow, go ahead and fuss. You want to be nice tomorrow, go ahead and be nice, but just stay over there. I'm good. I'm good on you. That's, you know, when somebody say they're good on you, that means they ain't got nothing good to say, they ain't got nothing bad to say. They just threw their damn hands up. They are good on you. That's what I mean by that. Like, I'm over it. I'm so over it. So when she says stuff like, oh, I want her kids taken or this, I don't want anybody kids taken. You know, actually what I want Sunny to be better. I want her to be a better person. I want her to get whatever help she need, whatever she need for her and her kids to be better. Whether you get it, you don't get it, it brings me back to the point, it's not my business. I don't care. Because then when I say stuff and act like I do care, then she say that we treat her like we're her mama or we're trying to little girl her or whatever. So at this point, girl, if you want to go 0 miles per hour, go 0 miles. If you want to go 100 miles per hour, go 100 miles per hour. I ain't got nothing to say because I can't win. Whether I defend her or I don't defend her or I bash her or I don't bash her or I say stop cussing that girl out. It don't fucking matter what I say. So I can't be bothered. Okay. We not going back. We're not. So that's all I pretty much have to say. All that other shit, that shit going in one ear, going out the other. It is what it is. When it comes to her, I'm good on her. And I'm gonna just let Golden say what she have to say about the whole thing. But what I will say is when Golden, you know, I'm always fair. When Golden went up there on the panel and Golden was talking to her, and I do find myself sounding, to me, it sounds like I'm a little congested again. I don't know if it sounds like that to you. Do it, Golden?
Not to me. Not
Remember
to me.
earlier when I said I was talking and I felt my voice crack and I just knew when I came back live. Remember? I was on the phone and I said, damn, I just heard my own voice crack. And I
You
said, I
did,
don't know
but you
why.
sound fine.
Yeah.
You sound fine.
But yeah, I'm like, I'm over it. So it's like whatever you have to say to her. But I did realize that when you went up on the panel, she was still rah, 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 like she normally do. But to be fair, she did go on mute and sit there and say, I'm going to go on mute, whatever. So would I say today, in this moment in time, did she act a little better than she normally do? Yeah. I was honestly shocked because I thought it was just going to be rah, 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 kick her off the panel. Don't let her come back like how she do everybody else. But I did see her in a little different light today when it came to you. Even though she still was rude, if that makes sense. She wasn't terrible like she do with everybody else today. You say you both have given her good advice. Yeah. You said just because you feel offended doesn't mean you were disrespected. Yeah, she not happy about nothing. So at this point, I can't win. So I just leave everything and say, girl, you got it. Do whatever. Stay over there. Okay. And I'm going to turn it over to Golden.
Good evening, everyone, and hello. Um, I wanted to thank those that were in the chat. I really couldn't see everyone. And you know how that is. You'll see the negative stuff quicker than you see the positive stuff. But I do know, and Vibes did let me know that there were some of you there and, you know, you were supporting me. And I appreciate that. Um, and the ones in the bushes as well. Because, you know, there were some who was like just coming at me sideways. Few unknown accounts. So I guess they were hiding, you know, and was coming in with whatever they were saying. But at this point, I'm really learning YouTube. And, you know, all it is a bunch of talk because I doubt if any of them really would be willing to step to me, woman to woman, and have a conversation. And that was my thing. See, a lot of them are used to, and I'm not trying to disrespect beef sector, but I'm just saying this from my own experience. When I did, I was like wondering what this beef sector is about. And I went over there one time and it was like, everybody was hollering and screaming. And I was like, oh, let me get off. I can't even understand. You know, when I'm listening to a debate, I need to hear what everybody is saying. You know, to be hollering and screaming and you know, it's just useless to me. Okay. And that's what I wasn't going to do. I wasn't going to be, well, FUB and all that, you know, it's like, let me talk. You know what I mean? Period. I'm not about to be hollering and screaming. If I'm going to be communicating with you, you're not going to get anything. I'm not going to know what you're talking about or what your issue is with me if you're hollering and screaming and I'm hollering and screaming at the same time. See, I'm cut from a different cloth, apparently, because I see that a lot of them, that's what they want. That's what they want. They don't know how to have level-headed debates, disagreements, conflict resolution. And I'm not saying this because I'm older, because I was doing this in my 20s. Okay, you can't go places, and every place you go, you holler and scream, and you know, when you're trying to communicate and get things resolved. So anyway, I wasn't going to even come up on the panel. I wasn't going to even type in his chat this morning when I realized he was live. I came a little late. I came right before he started calling my name. And so I wasn't going to say anything, but I was like, no, because the last thing you're going to do is call me a punk. Because see, that you really don't know me. I'm far from a punk. Okay. I've never been the type that bowed down and tucked in my tail unless I had a reason to do it and it was something beneficial for me. Now, let me explain something to you. You can't start no problems between any of these content creators because no matter what problems people were having with content creators, I stayed out of it. It ain't my business. My children are not involved in it. So it's no, and at this point, they're grown. Now, if they need mommy to come and help and protect them with something, I will. But see, they're old enough to be able to resolve their own problems. But I'm not about to be going and fighting and I don't even know these people. Let's keep it real. But what I'm saying is that I'm not going to be going around fighting everybody. Oh, I like vibes. Oh, if I fought everybody, then I wouldn't talk to anybody because everybody is fighting everybody. Now, if you want to know the truth, how I found out about the adults was because of Vibes sharing the channel. Okay, this is before any of the issues came about. I had no idea who they were. I went on there and I was like, oh, I like this lady's content. I gave her a super chat. I subscribed to her. The rest is history. Vibes is very much aware. Vibes can't control me, number one, of where I go, okay? And you can't compare my situation, and I'm not bringing up Copper, but it was a little different because there were people coming for Vibes, like, oh, she's supposed to be your mother, all that kind of stuff. So Vibes wanted to kind of clear that up, and it was because it was a ongoing situation at that time. So what was I supposed to do? Now that Vibes is having an issue with somebody, I'm supposed to now pick a side? I'm a grown ass woman. Okay. I have a mother and I have some issues with a few of her family members. And my mother, you know what I'm saying? Like I told her, that's your family, that's your cousins. And got, as long as, you know what I'm saying? So she still talks to them knowing how I feel about them. But my mother's not gonna be like, oh, well, since my daughter mad at you and since you didn't pay her money, I ain't your friend. We grown folk, okay? And it's not that serious of a situation where she would feel like she would have to stop communicating with these people. Now, it was a situation where they did something to me that was very, a very bad situation. I can understand. But like I said, I was supporting the adults before the incident when Vibes and her situation when she was dating got brought to the T channel. Okay, I was already a member. I was a member of the adult, and when she was no longer monetized is when I stopped being a member. But then I became a member of her other channel. So when you start telling a story, tell that story right. And if you don't know that story, you might want to just be quiet about it. Don't tell my story because I've been a member over there at the adults a very long time. And guess what? During the time when all that riffraff was going on, I didn't engage in it. I go to the live. You don't never know what your live is about. And then when they're talking about whatever, that's whatever they're doing and that's how they feel. And the reality of it, let's keep it all the way real. There were times when Vibes and the people across the bridge had the very same uh, a moderator. But you didn't see nothing wrong with that. She shared several moderators with her enemies. Okay, I'm laying out down the real. See, people don't like the real. Don't come with the fake stuff. You don't come with no fake content. And that was my thing. I ain't about to even let you get away with it today. Not today. It was just something about today. I wasn't having it. Okay. So the thing is that there were several moderators that they shared. There were several moderators over there that was going to the adult channel while the adults was dragging her. Yeah, let's keep it all the way real. And I'm not even putting out any names, but it's just I'm telling the real, and the reality is reality. If you can't stand the reality, hey, that's not my problem. It is what it is. That's what happened. Okay, so nobody's gonna tell me, and I'm a grown woman, and ain't nobody paying for my memberships on where I go. Now, if I'm over there stabbing Vibes in the back and saying stuff about her, like Sheena had a moderator like that. She over in Sheena's chat moderating, and she go run over to the adults channel and because she mad at her and talk. No, that ain't my style, baby. Okay. See, y'all so used to scandalous people, and y'all so used to being scandalous. I'm not saying the people in the chat, but I'm saying like in general, and they are that you don't know how somebody, a normal person, operates. Because I'm not gonna say I'm something special. I'm just a normal person. A normal person does not operate like that. So I wanted to get that cleared up and then to play my video, like whatever. Don't play no piece of a video and then try to narrate it out to be something else. Because that video was actually, now I'm kind of getting confused. Like, was that some shade to her to say that she was like, you want to be? Ain't no way in the world I want to be content. I'm thinking that there was more like somebody was insulting. That was insulting to say that you wasn't nothing but content. For somebody to tell me that I'm with a man and they tell me, oh, you wasn't nothing but just his paymaster, you wasn't nothing but some content for him, that'd make it feel like, hold up. And then if somebody say, nah, he really liked her, he wasn't, why would you be upset at that person? I don't get it. Like, make this make sense. And the reason why I felt like she wasn't content is because I know what I heard. She explained it was a joke, but I know what I heard. It was what she said, and then it was the hollering and screaming that came behind it, and then the reactions afterwards when the phone hung up. So I'm like, okay, he wasn't trying to let us know that he was going to be kind of hanging out and kicking it with her. Like he didn't let us know about the other ones, but it came out. So he had to play it off. I was like, hey, y'all, that's how I took it. Like that's how somebody who I know would would operate. If they didn't got caught, they gonna play it off now. I don't think it was ever meant for us to know that he and her were gonna be kicking it. So like I said, I didn't think of her as content. I thought of her as somebody that he really was digging. Not because she ain't got no legs and she content and he just want to make it seem like he okay with it. That's not how, that's what all the other people was saying when they was attacking her. But she seemed like she had a problem with me saying it was something different. I'm done with it. I don't give a dang. Like I said, and I just addressed it. She mentioned that she apologized. I didn't hear it. If you apologize and you just saying it on your panel or whatever, don't think that somebody is watching you every time you go live to know that they said it. But like I said, okay, you apologize and that's that. But you got to show me better than you can tell me. And what I'm saying with that is that, and I've already explained that to them both today. You apologize today and tomorrow you back doing the same. It's like a bipolar situation. Like even if a person like in Vibes' case, you ain't gave her enough time to even totally forgive. You already beating her up again. So how could you give her any time to get over whatever she should be getting over? And the reality of it is, just because you apologize to a person, like Vibe said, that doesn't mean that we about to go kick it and go to a club. I mean, it took me a while for my own best friend, after we worked out our situation, to start back to start back hanging out or calling each other. And we still are never like how it once was, but we still good friends and we both have our own lives. But I'm just saying, like, that's not how that works. Not with everybody. I don't do that. And there might be people who might apologize to me. And like I say, okay, and we can go on about our way. We can coexist. That don't mean we have an issue, but that don't mean we got to kick it. Period. So like I said, the only reason why I came on that panel is because I was like, I ain't going for it today. Ain't nobody gonna be lying about this and playing a piece of a recording. And don't, you know what I'm saying, don't play the whole recording. And then I'm like, and another thing too, because I was no longer able to chat. I was timed out. Okay. I was timed out. So I said, F it. And I usually don't even go up. I've already said that. Why would I go up on a panel with somebody who being disrespectful for them to be dropping me? But today I'm like, I don't even give a F. And the reality is, hell, these people don't know me in real life. There's so much going on in my head. Like, these people ain't nobody anyway. It's some YouTube shit. And that's the way I was thinking this morning. Period. Okay. And I have to say, yes, she told him to drop me, but then she let him back up. And he was like, oh, you want her to come on back up. But, I'm watching all this and see what happens. The reason why a lot of this shit goes on is I'm looking at the comments and what the people, they jumping. They don't even know the storyline or the history behind it. And they just want to show her that they for her instead of just shutting up. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't like how they was saying one of them like, yeah, go and talk too much, bitch. I know how to keep my mouth closed too. See, you talking too much because you about to get yourself in a world of trouble coming for me. Because when I see you something like that, I know how to step back and let grown-ups go on and handle the situation. Unless it's getting out of hand and then I want to mediate. They ready to come for you. Like, they want to fight you and all that. I bet you they wouldn't do that in real person. They'd be tucking in their tails. Let's just say it was a situation where we was all out in public. They would not be doing all that.
That's why I say shout out to MGO, because she did drop in the chat trying to be a mediator. She actually was making sense when she said, hold all the negative comment. They're actually getting somewhere. But of course, people in the chat gonna do what they want to do. But she was right.
She was.
It probably would have been best to even turn the live chat comments off. That way, can't nobody say nothing, and they just have a conversation. Y'all was actually getting somewhere. But then you have the distractors come in the chat like, oh, golden this, golden that. Then she started reading the comments. Then now y'all going left. Yeah, it was too much.
Right. Exactly. And the thing is I really do appreciate MGO, but she's another breed. Because I saw somebody kind of sort of trying to come for her too. She's another breed. See, they're not used to people like us. Some of the people in that chat, they used to riff-raff, and it's all behind a screen. Them people are not about to come up and run up on somebody face to face And that's what I'm having to realize. These people just do all this stuff because they protect it behind a screen. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, MGO is a different breed, and those that was coming for me. And then, like, I'm going to mention this one, this Southern girl, well, whatever, like, lady, you ain't did much of nothing for that young lady because she wouldn't have never asked me. Okay. And I was trying to figure out, what did she have to say about she a grown woman too? And then I started thinking about it. I said, I think it was when they mentioned something about Vibes. Vibes is a grown woman. Now, you let me know some of my kids is doing. Okay. And when I say kids, I'm talking about under 18. Because mine are grown too. Now, if they're doing something disrespectful, let me know so I could talk to them, because I don't approve of that. But what I'm saying is that, what do I look like telling this full grown woman? But at the same time, they then say, oh, she be bossing Vibes, or Vibes bossing us, or she all up in Vibes. But they just be talking. I don't know how old these people are, like what kind of experience in life a lot of them they have, like, I'm saying, their mindset. But it just tells me a lot. And really, I was really like, I really need to be up out of here, out of this chat, but I'm going to be in here today, with this foolishness, because I ain't for that foolishness when I'm really having a discussion. Okay. But yeah, shout out to MGO, but she's one of the very few. She's a rare breed, definitely in that chat. Definitely in that chat. So anyway, like I said, I just wasn't about to have nobody start playing a piece of recording. First of all, anybody know I'm not a content creator. I've never gone live, any of that. Those were just videos that I recorded. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Videos I recorded. Okay, thank you. Videos that I recorded about 1 minute.
You say because they kept dropping you. MGO said she always neutral, and somehow even being neutral is a problem for her, as she said.
These people
I
don't
did.
know. They don't understand about people who are neutral. For somebody, I don't know who mentioned it. I got a problem. I don't trust nobody who's neutral. So all you are into is conflict. You're into somebody got to pick a side. So if you got 3 friends and 2 of them get into it, you got to pick and choose which friend you're going to be with. That's crazy.
And
See, I'm a grown
now,
woman.
today was a perfect example of how me and Golden are different. Since y'all think that we're twins and we think alike and we do everything alike. Me, I'm not going on no panel where I don't have control and I feel like you could drop me off or whatever, disrespect me. I'm not doing it. Her, on the other hand, she went up there and she did, we're completely different people. I'm sitting up there. That's hard for me to watch. Somebody keep dropping you down, then you come back, I don't know. We're different.
We are different, because you've mentioned that before about going to panels and being dropped. I totally understand what you mean, because I will, but this morning I didn't care anyway. It gets to the point where who are these viewers? They some ignorant, you know what I'm saying? They some low level people. Like, this is how I get to thinking, because I go by some stuff that they're saying, and then they troll. And so they're not even somebody who it would even matter. That's how I was feeling, especially this morning. They don't even matter. They just, they just some, you know what I'm saying? Some destitutes, or just some, you know what I'm saying, some insignificant people. And that's how I was thinking at the time, because if they were not, they would have been like some MGOs. They would have been like some people who were just like, okay, well, you all, just watching and listening, and hey, calm down, or, let her talk, or just something like that. But to be coming here, yeah, gold and this and that, but you don't even know me. You really don't know me. You would wish you had a friend like me in real life. Trust me. So it really don't even matter. And the fact that that's your opinion, that just goes to show you really don't know people. And the people that you're attracted to, and they all right with you, but the decent people, you ain't even on my level. Bye. So anyway, like I said, I have, and then here comes this other guy across the ways talking about, what did he say about me going to the panel? I didn't forgot what he said.
Oh, you were just saying that somebody told you, talking about Otto, he was
He
Somebody
was there.
told him you
Nobody
was
told him.
over there, and he's actually like he, I guess, couldn't believe it.
He said something like I was looking like a uh looking weak. That's what it was. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing weak about me. Well, I'm gonna tell you what's weak. About you? Yeah. Now you know me. You know I'm far from a weak bitch. A nigga was calling me weak. Anyway, can you tell that? Why the fuck these niggas? That's all they do online is argue with females. Wait a minute.
Listen, don't play with golden, okay? Go from 0 to 100. You say you're so. Oh gosh. Hey, it's me. Hey, Charmaine. Hey, everybody coming up here. Hey, do or die. Oh gosh. Listen, y'all. I guess you probably like, why VQ just being like this or whatever, just chilling. Guys, it's exhausting. Unless you are me to sit up here every single day from summer 2024 to summer 2025, and people just expect you to come live every day and battle. You don't see how that could be exhausting? I don't even have the time, the patience, or I don't even know what to say when it comes to that whole thing. I'm just not doing it. I'm not battling with nobody over a year straight, every day, all day. For what? Is this stuff making my check look bigger on YouTube? No. Because to be honest, when you go live and you're hollering and screaming and profanity and this and that, those videos are yellow. So are you making more money? No. If anything, you're going to make less money unless you're depending on donations. So what are you exactly gaining? The shit is stupid. That's the point I'm trying to make, okay? So I don't know. If you can't understand that, maybe then you need to be the one to get up, start a channel, and go live every day, all day. Even just to go live as a content creator every single day, whether you're arguing or you're not arguing, you have streamers burnout. And then you say, how? You only go live and sit down, lay down, whatever, and talk. How are you tired? You do it. Go live for a whole month straight of starting a channel and see when you be tired. There is such a thing as content creator burnout, streamers burnout. It's very much real, okay? Especially when you just don't go live to run your mouth. You actually doing content or trying to remember stuff, or you know what I mean? So yeah, you get the point. It gets boring and annoying when people get all emotional about ish and partaking. Yeah. You say his
No,
breast
so
muscles are weak.
So yeah, when he said that, I'm like, no, a weak motherfucker is one who will get online, give content, uh, lie roast, lie, not tell the truth, exaggerate shit. That's a weak motherfucker who can't stand in the truth and tell the truth. They got to lie to make people look bad. They got to lie to make themselves look good. Now that's weak. That's what he go over there doing.
See, we're not doing this tonight. We're not gonna switch from what we're talking about to go argue with anybody in the chat. It's either you're respectful or you're out of here. I'm not doing all that, okay? It's after midnight, for crying out loud. You say high blood pressure and stress is all they're getting. Yeah. Like, we're not going to sit here and think that we're talking about something. Now we're going to stop talking about what we're talking to go argue with somebody in the live chat. We're not doing that. All right. I'm saying that right now.
And it's me,
Like,
ain't
let's
nothing but
be
a troll.
respectful.
Check and see. It's me as a troll.
Now they're saying,
Period.
okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, like, say how you feel, but be respectful. Like, you know, we don't have to call all the name calling and all of this stuff. You say, did an entire live dragon. Yeah, I saw him. He went
No, you know
live
what? I do
twice.
want to ask that person. Can you elaborate about Golden being messy? Can you elaborate and tell the chat exactly how you feel Golden is messy? Yeah, I want to hear that person since they said they were sorry.
You're crazy. Then we get all off topic going on, and then it's just a never ending with with somebody in the chat. But you said, yeah, I definitely saw it, Ocean. I saw it.
Let's talk about it, just messy. Since you said that, I'm trying to figure out, are you just saying that because you're trying to be messy? Because, can you lay it down how golden is messy?
Hell, they say I'm who give a damn. Well, I'm messy. What I'm messy with? I'm not on here calling nobody family, doing none of this shit. So if I'm messy, hey, I'm messy. Okay. My messiness ain't hurting nobody though. So yeah. You say,
Why
oh,
would
okay,
Golden keep going down there to get dropped? But why did they keep letting Golden up? Apparently, was Golden over there arguing, or was Golden over there trying to resolve a situation and clear up some things? See, you don't know anything about communication, apparently, because see, Golden wasn't up there to call people names, calling people hollering and screaming. Golden wasn't up there doing that. So why wouldn't she? Yeah, she kept getting dropped, but why did they keep letting her up?
now I'm a guest on my own panel, but I just did how many minutes of opening the show, talking all by myself until I turned over the show. Make it make sense. Didn't I come live and I was on the panel talking about whatever I had to say until I say I don't even feel like dealing. I'm not addressing this shit anymore. It's stupid. I don't know Sonny. I'm never gonna meet Sonny, so why am I gonna see and keep giving this stranger on the internet my energy? No, no. If every day I get up in my real life and I'm gonna come online and I'm gonna be all bent out of shape over a complete stranger that I will never meet, she control me. She controls my emotion. No, I control me. Okay, that's all. If you can't understand it, then I don't know what else to tell you. So it is what it is. Hey, Queen Sugar. You said I'm happy to see you. Thank you. Happy to see you too.
Tell Timothy we said hello.
Oh, they said he's trying to watch out the beef instead of coming to an understanding. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't know how Golden plan to move forward with her or how that's gonna be, but I know from me, I'm not going on no panel. I'm not doing no kumbaya. I'm not doing none of that. You stay over there, I stay over here. Why is that so hard?
I'm definitely not doing a kumbaya. I'm really done with it. I just wanted to clear up some things, but I know that it's going to continue because you're dealing with people who are not ethical. Like to come out with like say this is YouTube. YouTube I didn't know was about lying. I mean, it's like you can give content without lying. Like they got people that do it all the time. They give good content without lying. And did you see that guy had something where he just sued somebody for $25,000 for slander? Like that ain't you know what I'm saying? Like to be out lying, like it's so much you can talk about without having to lie about it. So I
Well
don't
then
get it.
give me a second. I see Octo backstage. He's
Not today.
backstage.
I, not today. Not today. We not here to be going back and forth. I'm not here to be screaming and hollering at him, so he can stay back in the bushes where he been. Okay, I'm not part of the beef sector. You know what I'm saying? I have the last time he was up here was yeah, B, but no, bye bye. Call Kiki, call whoever, call Sheena, call whatever you gonna call. I said what I
Oh,
said.
I very much got blamed for that last time too. Oh, I let somebody
Right.
up here to attack you, and I didn't even try to do none of that.
No, we're not letting him do the manipulation because ain't nobody called him no name, no pedo, and none of that. That was just a game to get up on here. No, we're not playing that game tonight. Good night, young man. Good night. You heard what I said. You already heard what I said. And it is what it is. Like you said what you said. Nobody came up on your panel. So
Yeah,
let's keep it
let's
pushing.
address that too about I'm scared of him and whatever. Scared of what? I'm just different from you. Just because I don't say whatever to Octavius, they think they I'm talking about I'm scared of him and whatever. I'm not scared of nobody but a man upstairs, okay? God. And the point is, I'm just not y'all. I don't have to be fixated on somebody. We have a disagreement and I'm chasing them all over the place. I'm getting up every day harassing them. I'm making troll accounts. I'm making avatars. I don't move like that. I say what I say and I move on. I don't have to sit there and keep addressing somebody, bashing somebody. That's not how I move. Okay? It's just not. So I'm not gonna try to make nobody understand that. If you can't, it is what it is. I'm not you. I don't get overly invested and start stalking people. No. You ask anybody, like I've said, when we fall out, they don't automatically have random people trolling them, tagging them, commenting crazy. We're not trolls over here, okay? Definitely not a troll. You say no free promo.
Right, that's what they have to understand is that we're not here for all of that, where we trolling with different accounts to get up people upset, to talk about them, to harass them, to bully them. That, you know what I'm saying? No, we don't do that over here. And I mean, if Vibes was that kind of person, yeah, she could, like she said, but why? No, 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 no. I know what it is. They're saying, "Oh, you're scared of them because they want you to be cussing them out. They want to sing. They want some drama. You know, they want some entertainment because it's no need to. For what? He done already did what he was gonna do, and you did what you had to do. And like you said, you ain't gonna keep bringing up. For those who don't know, Octavius tried to take her channel, but it didn't work. For some reason, he think it was something he did wrong. No, you did all what you had to do. But she got the hookup and she got somebody who helped her and got her out the situation without ever having to do what you thought would be done. Period. But she ain't up here saying, nah, nah, because he took my channel. He took my channel. He tried to take my channel, you know? But anyway, it ain't even no sense even talking about him. He's just, go on about your way, dude. You had your long life. You did your thing. Like I said, ain't nothing weak about this over here, okay? I ain't came from nothing weak, okay? Period.
Hey, Rhonda.
But see, you don't know nothing about that because what you want to do is come on panels and cuss women out all day and holler and scream. I guess you was thinking because Golden went up there and she didn't cuss the man out. That don't mean I care. I like the man or what he did or what he has been saying and doing. But I wanted to clear some things up. Period. See, we ain't the same. So it ain't no sense in you trying to get on the panel today because you showed your ass the last time. And I ain't about to be hollering and screaming with no nigga over no motherfucking phone, over no damn internet. Period. And I ain't used to that. I'm used
That's
to
the
a
thing.
calm man.
That's the thing. Like, I'm not even arguing with no man in real life. It's weird for me to come on the internet talking about I'm feminine. I'm not gonna come on the internet and be like rah 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 with a dude all day every day. That's actually weird. That's weird to keep coming online just like, oh, I'm coming online to attack all the men. Like, where they do that at? It is what
It's
it is. Like
very
I said,
weird.
I and then you know what's so hypocritical about the whole thing? It's everybody. I say what I say and I move on. It's just not, oh, I talk about one person and then I skip over the other person and then I talk. Other people do that. I don't do that. I address everybody that came from me. So when y'all want to sit out here talking about, oh, it's the first time ever after a whole year one or address Chase, that's not
That's a lie.
true. I got whole videos of me going live cussing out Chase. What you talking about? They're still up.
Yeah. I remember
They're still up.
she had an issue and she spoke about it and you responded. It's been some months ago and it was about her saying something about her children's photos and you explained why you did what you did and that the children's photos, the faces were covered, but why you did what you did. So no, you didn't. But see, that's because they expect you to be hollering her name every day. We ain't about that life. Ain't nobody about to be hollering out somebody's name every day, all day long. Okay. That's what y'all do. Okay. So no, she ain't scared. And she brought up the situation because there was a situation going on with her. It ain't even no sense in me explaining it. You know, but no, let me go ahead and explain it because see, they got people who are listening to them that are really for real slow, like believe all that dumb shit. She brought it up because she stated that last year, I don't even remember. It was so much that go on. But she said that last year, and she did show me the receipt because I really didn't remember that they were accusing her, that ex, and that couple, the prime couple, of being scammers. And she was basically saying, like, now this year, she's being accused of being a scammer. And that's all that was. She was just, it ain't no sense in me going on with all that. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? People know what time it is. I know that the castle residents aren't dumb. So y'all know. Y'all know what time it is. It's just a bunch of yes. What did who do, Nicole? Or are you talking to vibes? Vibes?
I'm here.
Okay.
I was trying to
Oh,
put that comment in the chat to platinum and hit the wrong button and kick myself off the panel. Because I
oh, okay.
can't see, on StreamYard it looks different, so I can't see what's going on in the chat. Like it don't tell me who's timed out, who's blocked on StreamYard, and I don't have I don't
Okay.
have the other device. Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, that's basically what it is. You know, I hit the panel today. I usually don't. When I do hear him talking about me, I don't say anything usually. And then when I have one in the chat, he's blocked me. So I was kind of surprised he didn't because I just knew he was. But then when I got blocked by somebody else, I was just in one of them moods today. F it. I'm going up there. Period.
And anybody that think that they got all the answers and they could do it better and oh y'all stupid, oh I would have been doing this, go live and go do it. I bet you can't, and I bet you won't do it every day, all day of your life that God blow breath in your body. You ain't gonna do it. So don't sit up here and tell me what you think I need to be doing or how you think I need to be handling it. You go live and see what you want to get up every day and do that dumbass shit on YouTube. You wouldn't want to do it. Okay?
Well, and I asked somebody a question earlier. They never responded. So here we go. See, you can't play with gold. And like, I'll let people slide with stuff. But when you start saying stuff, and when I ask you to elaborate, I usually know that the person really ain't going to be able to because they really just trolling or just really trying to start some mess. You know, because if they can't elaborate, yeah, let's talk about it. We grown. Because I want to know what you're thinking when you're saying that golden is messy. What have you been noticing me do that's messy? Where I'm creating problems. Come on, talk to me. I ain't heard from that person since. You can't play with me like that.
This is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, Copper. And she was successful, but then at the same time, it was like, oops, but they didn't let her up. So what was the purpose? I was glad because I don't like typing anyway. All that typing and stuff because really typing ain't gonna be able to I can't express myself with typing, having to do shorthand and only give me so many lines to say what I had to say. So it was good because that motivated me to get on up on the panel, which I would have never did before. But like I said, I was just in one of them moves like fuck it, let me get on up here because I did want to clear that up. Don't play with me with nothing and try to narrate something out. And I was really genuinely for real during that time, like what I'm saying. Like I told her, I totally agree with a lot of stuff people were saying, especially when I would see clips of videos or if I would go over there. But I wouldn't even put my 2 cents in and be calling the girl names and stuff like that. And I wanted to when his video ended, I knew she was getting a little emotional and everything like that because apparently she got a lot. balled up and a lot of things, whatever it is, like how she felt she was being, they were talking about her or whatever and calling her names. But what she has to understand, like, I don't know who called who a name first, because see, I wasn't part of that. But I just know that she talked about me first. And see, don't dish out something that you can't handle.
Yeah, okay.
And that's just how I'm a believer in. I said what I said, and you are not loyal to Vice. Okay, well, share with me. Okay, I know who this is playing games. Share with me how I'm not loyal to Vibes Queen. Let Vibes Queen know. Tell me some stories. Come on. Because I go to other chats because I'm a grown woman and I've been going to these chats. Share with me and share with Vibe how I am not loyal. Come on. Come with it. Talk to me.
The link is actually pinned. All that typing.
Right.
No, come up here so we can hear your real voice.
Right. Come on up so we can hear your voice and you can tell Vibes how I'm not loyal to her.
This is the second time I'm hearing this foolishness, and I just brushed it off because
Yeah.
it is what it is. Y'all gonna say whatever. Y'all always gonna say some shit to stir up some stuff.
Right.
Okay,
Well,
it is
we
what it
already
is.
know. Come on up. Because see that now. Come up, hit the link.
Mm,
Hit the link. Because honey,
then
if don't nobody know, if it was something that I said about Vibes, you better believe she got a screenshot. I want to hear it. Yes. Hit the link. No, you ain't just said what you said. You ain't about to get away with that. I ain't about to argue with you today. But we grown, right? So come on, let's talk about it. Hit the link. Hey, Rhonda Cates. I don't know if I spoke with you. And hey, Charmaine. Hello, Nicole. Hey, Ocean. Hey, Queen Sugar. I think I spoke with you, or I told you to tell you, Timothy, hello. And hello, it's me. We love to hear your voice. Come talk to us. Hey, Copper. And if
go there. What?
anybody else I missed.
Go there. What did I say earlier? Man,
Mhm.
I know. I really need to be going live, but do I even feel like going live? Hell no. And she said, you know, them people sitting there, they want you, they waiting on you to come talk about all this mess. I don't
Yeah,
care anymore.
yeah. I did tell her that, and she didn't want to go live. But see, the reality of it is that you're a content creator, and you can't let people make you lose, you know, make you not want to
Mhm.
do what you've been doing. These people I can see like they'll make you not even want to do this mess no more. You know. Um, okay, Nicole, you're gonna have to probably do a lot of typing, a lot of making a lot of comments so you can get your 100 back. I wish I could give you some of my points. But you didn't mess her up.
I don't know how they doing that thing. Leave the chat and come back and you're back at number one. What the
Well, I'm gonna
hell?
tell you. Gemini, she gave you a super chat, right? So I had been typing, hit the like, I'm doing all that before everybody comes in, right? And I'm like, dang, how come I ain't number one? Gemini, she ain't did nothing but gave you a super chat. I said, oh, okay. You get more points when you give money. So I said I was gonna do my super chat anyway. I'm like, nah, she ain't about to come in here number one. I'm competitive. So I said, let me do mine now before the live starts. And when I gave my super chat, I took first place.
It did say something about that, about the most engagement, super chat, super sticker, whatever. But it's just weird how they calculate the whole thing.
Yeah, that was that super chat. Oh, Nicole, you might have to give a super chat. You might have to beat me. Take my place. So anyway, I guess it's me decided they don't want to come up and they don't want to even don't stop coming over here playing with us. Like for real, for real. Go back in the cloud in the bushes. We too grown for this.
Yeah,
Like
like
you have to go
last night,
somewhere else.
Last night we literally talked about real content. Like we are me. Let me speak for myself. I'm trying to move on and go back doing minding my own business. I don't care if my views take a hit. It is what it is. Okay, it's this YouTube. I don't have to beef. Like last night we gave that reaction. Shout out to people that actually was commenting saying, "Hey, you didn't talk about what's her name, Kelsey." I'm like, damn, I missed that. I can't catch everything. So just because I come live and I might not tell y'all about everything that you saw, not because you saw it, you can't just assume that I saw it. You know what I'm saying? That's where I depend on y'all to be like, hey girl, did you see this? Did you see that? Nobody
It's
said
me.
anything to me about Kelsey before I went live, so I didn't know about it.
It's me. It's not going to be an argument. We asked you to come on up. You saw me today. I was trying not to argue. I was really not trying to. Okay. So come on up and share with her what's going to, unless you feel like it's going to be an argument because you're going to be making up something. Because you can't sit here and make a claim on me. And I'm going to make you elaborate. Or I'm going to ask you or demand that you do. You keep saying you said what you said. We very much aware you said what you said. Now I need for you to back it up. Hey, Miss Brown, long time no see.
Hey, Miss
No.
Brown.
We don't. I don't have to have a conversation. Stop making excuses. You're deflecting. I'm gonna be like Sonny now. I'll put this on mute. You come up or you type in here, type in that since you don't want to come up. It's a reason why you don't want us to hear that voice. You don't want to get caught. So type in there and tell us, and I want you to post some receipts on your channel so we can see what you're talking about. If not, going back to the bushes. We ain't got time for the games. You said that I'm not loyal to vibes. And if you think I'm a kid, if I'm not loyal to vibes because I was friends with Sheena and vibes at the same time, because I support the jokes at the same time while dealing with vibes, then you're not grown. Because guess what? When before all of them was fighting, what am I if that's what you're talking about, am I supposed to be the little kid in first grade and pick which friend I'm gonna be with? Man, I'm too grown for that. This is the grown folks castle over here. This ain't the Disney princess one, okay? Where the little girls go.
Remember, she mentioned the mother thing today. I don't know anymore. I don't know forgiving.
Girl, honey, I definitely know I'm not your mother because you know what? My kids are not even on YouTube, okay? And my kids wouldn't even be making up no lies like this with somebody, okay? So I definitely, you definitely ain't no. You definitely ain't my child.
They
Because see, you
boring
would
me.
yeah, so
They
we
boring me. Like it's either come up here or what we doing.
yeah,
Like
well,
we
we gonna
doing
go
today.
on. Now you going back to the bushes. You done. Like you said, you don't have a conversation. You want bye. Toodles. Go on up back up in the clouds or whatever you got to do.
Oh,
How
they're
you
doing
doing, Miss
great,
Brown?
Rhonda. My babies are doing great. Yeah, we have about 2 more weeks back to reality. Yeah.
It's good seeing you, Miss Brown.
So I don't know if they're not getting the reaction that they thought they was gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Shit is draining.
Yeah.
That's just what it boiled down to. I'm fully aware that I'll be forever trying to defend myself. People already have it made up in their mind. You know what's crazy, guys? That's why I said people are so gullible and whatever. Sunny literally like at the beginning of 2024, and I have it. I legit could go put it up right now as we speak. Um, she came on here. This ain't the first time. This VQ, this, that. It's a never ending story. And I'm tired. Okay? Y'all don't remember that? That was at the beginning of 2024 where she went on IG, got all these pictures, was putting up picture. So every time she come, so if she pop up tomorrow and say Martha Stewart is me, y'all gonna just run with that too? This is second go around. Are we forgetting what going on here? So yeah, nobody cares. Y'all probably don't forgot, right? Y'all probably don't even know what the hell I'm talking about.
Gemini. I don't know. He was talking a whole bunch. I didn't even stay on that live. After I was called weak, I just heard him and he called himself giving me a little talk about me looking weak. I'm like, baby, ain't nothing about me weak. I meant today I was gonna clear some stuff up. But what's weak, like I said, is the lie roasting, the making up stories, the trying to defame people to make them look bad, not standing there as a man and admitting what you did wrong and just saying, yeah, I did do that and I did say that and I was sitting with them people. But at the time we wasn't really friends. So you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Weak is trying to argue with women and holler and scream at them all day long and all that kind of stuff. Weak is when your woman is having an issue with another woman, you jump in and you swinging harder than her. That's weak. That's weak. When
And
your woman is having an issue with another woman and you jump in. See, now let's keep it all the way real. Since I know he in the bushes, he was like, I don't know why that woman over. You had an issue with me, Octavius. Let's keep it real. I remember when your girl and I had a falling out. And I remember even mentioning, I went on a panel and I talked about it. I was like, well, he ain't got nothing to do with this. I ain't gonna say nothing about him or whatever. But no, apparently you was down for the crown for your woman. And you just started. I heard one day you was on live. I had never said nothing about this dude. He was on live talking about golden signatures. I'm like, what? I was like, I thought he was a different type of dude. I was like, huh? What are you talking about? Me? I ain't had nothing. And I was like, oh, okay. So it was like once a person showed me that they got an issue with me, fuck it, I ain't about to kiss no ass. It's war over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say my stuff too. I don't know where these people think they can just get away. I don't know if they think because you old. Maybe that's what it is. I guess they think because you older, because they want to call you old, like your old lady. Okay, so since they want to call you an old lady, like you can barely move around, like you got dementia, like you answering telephones and talking to strangers on the phone to people on YouTube, right? Then they think that, you know what I'm saying, they can just do what they want to do. And see, so now I see I'm at that age where I don't even I don't have those problems in real life. But I see over here on this YouTube stuff, they want to play like that. If you 50 years old, you're an old lady, and they think they're going to punk you, then it's going to be a problem. Because, hey, as far as y'all call it dragging, we've been doing this shit from the 70s, and I'm sure before then. Like how y'all call capping lies, we called it, that was roasting when you was capping. See, they didn't change the word of it. We invented this shit. This shit ain't something new. So y'all think y'all could just do and say, and then on top of it, these niggas, they in their 40s. I hope y'all don't think y'all young. I remember the first nigga that called me an old lady, I was in my 30s. So I don't know where these people in their 30s and in their 40s think they're young, especially the ones with gray hair. I don't have gray hair. I don't even look like I'm 50 something, put it like this, according to what people have told me when they looked at my ID and looked at me. Okay. So you look older than me. So while you calling me an old lady, I could please. And
yeah, like
imagine when if I lose some of this weight, y'all gonna really hate me. Cause I know I'm gonna be looking like your child. I remember some years ago when I would be traveling with my daughter, they would be like, oh, you must be the big sister. No, I'm the mother. And I'm not no teenage mother. Okay. I was
so
a
they
full
saying
grown woman. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
they're saying overall, basically you hit the panel because you were trying to spin a narrative from a piece of your video. That was the main reason why you went up there.
For the most part, because if you notice, he said he played a piece of it, and he mentioned something about Marcus with me saying something about Marcus and content, and then he tried to narrate it. Like, hold up, you don't narrate it. You play the whole video.
So what was missing at the part of the video that he didn't play?
I don't even remember. The video was a long video. It was about, not long, it was a few minutes long. Basically, let me just explain to you. I think I've already explained it, that I don't know what he was trying to put out there. I really don't. Maybe some of you who were in there, whatever it wasn't really what that was. I was really, in that video, I was really trying to protect the girl. Like, like they was trying to make her seem like she wasn't nothing. Like he didn't want her. Like, I was feeling like, dang, they making it seem like she's unwanted because she's disabled. All he was doing was just using her for content to show, like, you know what I'm saying? Like she was like some sort of charity case or something. And I was like, no, that he really liked her. She wasn't no content. She got mad because I was saying she wasn't content. I was confused as hell. Like, you want to be content? This is a whole nother day and age. I don't want no nigga using me for no content and money. I want him to want me. Like, for real, for real. Like, I was like, for real. And that was during that time when they was saying that. I was like, And I would always be telling people, nah, I don't think, he didn't want her for content, because I remember that video when she got mad and how we wasn't supposed to hear it. In my opinion, I don't believe Marcus was going to ever tell us about Sonny. I think he was going to have that private like he did with Yana and all the other girls. He just messed up when he picked up that phone while he was live and wasn't expecting that from her. And I could direct you all to the video. She said that she was just playing, but what I heard afterwards, that she was hollering and screaming at him and cussing at him. That didn't seem like playing to me. She started bringing up something about the lolly thing, or I believe that was around that lolly stuff. So anyway, it doesn't matter. If she want to be content, that's fine with her. Lord knows I don't want my daughter wanting to be content. I want her, the man, to want her, not to want her for content.
So somebody sent me a message today while the whole thing was happening. The message was pretty much saying, so in reality, we really don't know what she wants from us, because one minute she say she's upset with the initial morning roll of shame, right? But then
Right.
come to today, she's like, well, he wanted me to attack y'all. So which one was it really? Which one is really true? So all along, his morning roll of shame was my trigger. That's where everything started from. But then today she told us he wanted, Marcus wanted her to come out here and attack us. Anybody that was giving commentary about him, come attack them. So now I'm confused.
I'm very confused. And I remember she was mentioning that, but I was trying to get my stuff together to get back on the panel. So I didn't hear that. But yeah, that is confusing, because she definitely was holding it down for him. But I'm thinking like that's her man. She holding it down. I do recall him saying that drama sells. I do recall, now see, we can go all the way back. I remember when he went live and everybody was trying to tell him of her behaviors, and he really wasn't like responding to it. He was like, oh, she's a vibe or whatever. Now, I'm glad, since I'm on your panel, because see, she was going to keep going on and blaming everybody for the children's services. So yeah, let me talk about that too. The night when she called the police on herself, this is before I was even connected with Sheena like that. Or maybe I was, but I was just watching. I wasn't really like close to Sheena like that. Anyway, I don't recall any content creator saying, hey, y'all, call children's services. That's why I asked you guys, if she says she got receipts for other things, I would think she would have receipts for this. What I remember when she was on that live, I remember people saying, I'm a mandated reporter. Even of today, I got screenshots now because I know what she accused other people of before. When she was cussing out her kids that day, it was some random people. I ain't never even seen these people before. They was like, oh, yeah, I'm calling CPS. And I remember one saying, oh, I'm glad that she called out the kid's name like that. Now they know the kid's name so they could give the kid's name. Okay. She called the police at night. And that night when she called the police, see, she didn't even know. She never paid attention to me. I was in that chat that night. And I remember just making comments like, kind of like some silly stuff. But there were people in there saying they were calling CPS on her, calling all that kind of stuff, saying they were mandated reporters. And at the time, it's probably people who are in your in the clouds or in your chat. I don't even remember because we were all new. She was new to us. You know what I mean? But there were people saying that. So how can you pinpoint and say, oh, it was so and so? The reason why they was calling it because no, it was not. No, it was not. And I can remember when Marcus went live in his house one day at the very beginning. And this is around the time when Granny was talking about she wanted to get her that chair. And it was people telling him about her behaviors. And Marcus wasn't really responding or he was making excuses. And I'm like, yeah, she was kind of acting up and, and he making excuses for it. But I was like, hey, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to go for that it was because, and at the time she was okay with Sheena and all of them. So how could they be saying, oh, call that? I got a screenshot and I would never share it out and share who the person is who did it. But they probably don't care anyway because they said it out loud. So apparently they're not hiding it, but I'm not going to share it. They said, I called children's services on her. And this was back then, not recent. This was in the very beginning when we first were introduced to her. When they first start reporting her, they said, I called on them and they said, oh, yeah, the lady on YouTube, she said, yeah, and they said, we've had about 50 calls. You mean to tell me you got 20,000 followers and they all none of them think to just say, I'm calling CPS. They all had to be inspired and that's not the word I'm trying to use. They all had to be persuaded, and that ain't even the word I'm trying to use. But what I'm saying is that, well, you mean to tell me that all the content creators had to get them to say, oh, call children's services? All it takes is one phone call. But you mean to tell me that you're saying that all those, and at the time, it's a lie because Chase was not even around during that time. That was before she interviewed that dude. Okay. So if she was around, we didn't know about her like that. So ain't no way in the world she was saying it. And you were not saying it. I ain't seen no content creator tell it. All these content creators, she said, was saying that. I ain't seen it. And I used to be watching throughout, watching the lives.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
something in her head.
I know she kept referring back to when we first started talking about her. I remember what panel that was because Rose Lady came up on my panel and we was up there talking. Ever since that live, she kept saying, y'all was boosting up people to call CPS and neither one of us did. Me and Rose Lady don't even get along right now, and I could say no. Neither one of us said on that panel, we were saying call CPS, whatever. We were saying basically you're new to YouTube. We're telling you what could happen if you don't stop. But we never said we were trying to call anybody or
I ain't never saw that. And she ain't never went live like she used to cuss Kiki out. She ain't never went live cussing nobody else out about them and trying to encourage people to do that. I remember, who all remembers when she called the police on herself? See, this is before Gumbo came about. This is before he came about. Who remembers that? Remember, she called because people were threatening to call the police. People were threatening to call CPS on her. I don't remember what went down that night, but she was like, I'll call them on myself. And she was waiting and waiting, and the chat was going. It had all these trolls in it. And I remember when she got tired of waiting and she was just going to give it up, the police knocked on the door. And then what was funny is that they had been watching her live all that time. Do y'all remember that?
I remember. Yeah, she had on some little brown top with something, a stocking cap or something. It was something crazy. Yeah, I remember. I think I got that video. Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Who like it's I that who remembers that? Yeah.
I did because I remember giving a reaction and say she should have never allowed them to go in the back because she left. She was in the front, by the door or whatever, and she let the cops go back there and she wasn't sure was the girls covered up, their nightgowns was rolled up, nothing. She should have went back there with the officers. I remember doing,
and I remember, I believe the officers was actually enjoying the whole clown show. That's why they didn't come out. They was watching this foolishness. You
And
know, when
let
it was,
me and
huh?
let me say this. Every single time she say I left her channel because I was trying to run her channel. And I came over here and I immediately started bashing her about her a wrench. That is not true. And when she said I was trying to run her channel, I wasn't. I literally say to myself, she's new to YouTube. So when I realized that night when she was sleeping on live or whatever, and she woke up, it had turned Sunday morning. Y'all know Sundays I don't really be on here, right? Anyway, I still was trying to hold the chat down because I remember being up cooking. You know how I normally cook like now, whatever, after I get off. You know what I'm talking about for Sunday dinner. So I'm up. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to go to sleep. But by the time I was getting tired, she woke up. By then it was like 10, 11 o'clock Sunday morning, right? Here it is. I said to her, hey, the people that you modded are trolls. I'm watching them all night. She said, VQ, I like trolls. I said, okay, cool. Cool. I got the video. I'm wondering, should I put the video back up so y'all can see what exactly happened? So when she tell you that she took my range while I made that first video, that's not true. I was a mod on this girl channel for at least 6 to 2 months later. The whole time, me and her going back and forth, all of that. I was a mod still on her channel. So I could not possibly be arguing with you about a wrench when I still technically had the wrench. I even went as far as told her that all that time, remember, my co-host came up on the panel, was doing the rebuttal back with her twice, then the whole commentary. My co-host was actually telling me to go to her channel and block people over there. I had a wrench the whole freaking time. And I think that's the part you guys are missing. So no, nobody got mad over a wrench.
I remember that night or that morning or whatever, and she was fussing at you, and then it was like, okay, I knew that you thought at the time that you were looking out after her best interest. You didn't know that she was okay, and I remember it was a Lucifer. She would go to sleep, and it would be all kind of strange folks coming in all night.
Yeah,
And
I was saying that because I genuinely cared. And I'm
right,
looking like, damn, I see you growing at this fast pace or whatever. You got to be careful of who you just throw in the wrench because I thought she didn't realize how much power a mod have on your channel. So when you're just randomly making trolls mods, they could mess your channel up. Do you realize that? That's all. But when she said, a matter of fact, you're cool with Marcus anyway. Y'all gonna be over there with Marcus anyway, because we was his mod first. You already feeling some type of way, and I'm looking like it don't have to be all like that. So that's not true when she's talking about a wrench or whatever. I don't care about a wrench.
yeah. So
I ask people every day not to make me a mod. That don't mean I have no beef with them. Don't make me a mod. I suck as a mod. I
yeah,
do. I don't. Number one, I don't like texting. If you know that about me, I'm not a texter. Okay, so for me to sit there all night typing, I suck as a moderator. I don't like texting. I'll
right. I
call you
remember.
and I'll tell you what I got to say in 3 minutes, then text you for 10 minutes.
I remember that copper. I remember when she doxed her address. She was doing that. This is before she had even gotten into it with Sheena and all that. This was before all of that. Like I said, yeah, the cops, they took forever. But what it was, they was watching they was entertained, looking at the chat or whatever.
I think
You know?
actually that was the same live chat. She had her address pinned in the live chat.
You're right. Cause she was showing them like, yeah, I don't care. Basically like call or do it. It was one of them kind of things. Like I dare you.
Yeah. So basically, if I might just do it to clear the narrative. What y'all think? Y'all think I should do it? Put the video back up so y'all can see it. Even if I say, okay, I'm gonna release the video Sunday at 5 p.m. Make sure you're there because y'all know I can't leave it up. It's not my property. They're gonna flag it. Duh. You get what I'm saying? But what if I say Sunday? Not. this not set in stone, but what if I say, hey, just be there present so you can see what happened? I laid out the whole thing like a story. I left her channel. I came to my channel. I made a video. I told y'all what happened. I literally screen recorded the incident with me and her doing whatever. Videos don't lie. So, but when I left her chat, you can't possibly say I'm mad because you took my wrench because I left your chat and I was still a mod.
I remember when you shared with us that your co-host, your ex, was telling you to go to her channel, like doing a sneak move and start blocking people.
Yeah, it was
I
both of
remember
them,
when, yeah.
her and Marcus. And I said, I can't do it because I genuinely liked Marcus. I really didn't care about her. I didn't know her. But of course, if you're going to be on YouTube and Marcus saying, hey, show her some love, we were going to be over there supporting you. I guess what I'm trying to say, I wouldn't know that you're new to YouTube and not tell you how much power a troll have if they have a wrench. I'll be like, it'll be bad to not say it if you know the truth, right? So I
She
told
was
you,
new.
yeah, I say, hey, she said, I like trolls vibes, and I left it alone. I literally left the chat and said, have a nice day. It was Sunday. I'm not doing this. Have a nice day. I still was a mod.
Yeah, because I remember she kind of fussed at you about it, and you was like, well, okay, or whatever. I remember that. But she wasn't, I mean, I can't say she was new to social media because I'm hearing that she was over at Bingo or Bigo, whatever y'all call that. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but she was new to YouTube, or that was a new account, because I remember she didn't really have many subscribers when Marcus first put her out there. And then I remember one day Marcus went in his chat and it was like, just subscribe to her. And I remember looking and she had, I remember her count had grew some to like 100 and something. I was like, oh, okay. And then I finally said, let me go on and subscribe to her. So yeah.
Good night, Queen Sugar.
Good night.
Yeah, like that's so like I'm way bigger than that. Come on now. Why would I be mad over a wrench? I literally just was on here the other day and I said, hey y'all, it seemed like Montez took his wrench back. I don't care. I'm still going if I see Montez that I'm still gonna drop down. Whether I have a wrench or I don't give a damn. If you're talking about something I'm interested in, I'm still gonna drop down. Mod or no mod. Nobody cares. Okay?
I don't know why they think like this wrench is like it's a job or something, like you're getting paid. You know, I don't understand these people. It's just like I heard that I was going to be somebody was going to strike me. Maybe do all the striking you want to, because I wouldn't even have a page if it wasn't for Marcus. Marcus's I used to watch Soft White Underbelly. And it took finally when I started watching Marcus, I was like, man, and they kept saying, in order for me to make a comment, I need to create a channel. I mean, an account. I was like, I ain't doing that. And finally one day I said, man, forget it. I'm doing it. So the only reason why Golden Signatures has this account today is just to make comments. I'm not monetized. So if it makes you feel good to do what you got to do, then do it. All Golden Signatures would have to do is come back on another page like everybody else does. This is not now if I was monetized and it was going to affect my little income some kind of way, even if it's a little side income, yeah, I might be bothered, but I'm not bothered at all. Like I had to explain about my subscribers. I didn't ask for subscribers. I didn't want any, and it's no offense to anybody who is following me, but I'm just saying I didn't want that because I wasn't trying to have a channel. I'm just trying to get on and engage and look at stuff. That was my whole purpose. I didn't even know that people could just subscribe to you like that until I found out. And I was like, oh, I got subscribers. I'm thinking it's like Facebook. You got to request and I got to accept the request. So I don't know where these people come from. Now, we'll have a problem when you start messing with me, messing with my children. What I mean by messing with them, I mean like taking them away from me. They're grown, but I mean like their lives, trying to do something like that. Taking a channel, all that kind of stuff, that means nothing to me. That means something to them. I don't understand why people think that means something to a person when they just a subscriber. They're not even trying to, you know, get monetized. They've never gone live before. They don't have the desires to build a channel and have content. It's like, it's crazy. But anyway, I just kind of
Let
wanted to I'm sorry, go ahead.
let me say this now. Don't get mad because Golden don't be wanting nobody to share on her channel and whatever. She don't want to. People say she's trying to be a CC. She's not, okay? But somebody in the chat is asking, where's your channel? So we got to share it now. Can a mod drop it from you guys for Rhonda, please? But for real. Even the other day when Marcus gave her a shout out and I sat and I dropped her a link on Marcus Live, she was like, girl, don't do that. Don't send them people over there. I'm cool with the people I have, you know? And she could have been monetized a long time ago. So it is what it is. But
Yeah, let's keep it
definitely.
real because I remember when Sheena would try to shout me out or share. Vibes has, and I've told them both don't. Just like how they've done other people when they were able to build and get subscribers. I do have about 500 and some subscribers, but I wasn't trying to get them. They just came.
Thank you so much, Gemini. Thank you so much. Yeah, Rhonda wanted Golden's link. There it is, Rhonda.
Yeah, so I don't know why they get so caught up with a wrench. Like, why would somebody be that trip out that bad about a wrench? Come
It's an
on now. Are
ego
you
thing,
thinking?
and it's an ego thing and control because some people don't have control over their own life. So then they come on here and they could just say, "Oh, you say something I don't like, I could time you out, or shut up, or whatever." It's just an ego thing, and I don't get it. I don't get it. I would support Golden because I like how you. But
Thank you,
thank you,
Rhonda, but
Rhonda.
only on YouTube. Like, you ain't doing nothing to me, honey. Because as long as I got what I got, and if you start coming to try to take that, then the authorities will be on your ass and I will be on your ass too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. You over 500. And some people go live every day, be dragging every day. Drag. Can't even pass 300 people.
Was
Okay.
it Rhonda who mentioned that she was 53?
If you don't go live every day and drag people, that shade wasn't for you. Okay. So don't put on the flip flop if it didn't go for you. First thing you need to ask yourself, do I go live every day? Do I drag people every time I go live?
Yeah.
Okay. And you
Huh.
got your answer. Yeah.
So anyway, is everyone having a great Saturday, or rather, did everyone have a great Saturday?
I know I did. I'm tired as hell. You know what I was doing before I came live.
Yeah,
But
I
you
was
know what?
chilling today.
I'm
And,
exhausted.
and guess what I did, Vibes? Can you believe that I talked to my son on the phone today? Because, the rumor is I got rid of my son. I threw him away. Can y'all believe that? Trust me. If I threw that boy away, my account would be bigger than what it is, okay? and, and after I just spent over $400 on that damn cat, because I had to buy 2 bags of pretty litter. Y'all, yeah, you want to see the invoices? Please don't play with me.
Hi.
Ordered raw. What's the name of that cat food? Raw paws, which cost 200. I think I got the discount, so it was almost 200. Then I ran over to uh, Petco and bought maybe about 20 something dollars worth of cat food. Then I said, let me just order 2 cases on Amazon because that cat is cool now, hopefully for the whole year. Okay, as far as food is concerned. Then I even bought her some treats. Plus, we went to get her some shots. Her shots were overdue. I ended up deciding to get her a shot for that. They give them those animals that little shot. So if they get lost, they get that you have to register the. I can't even remember. I know some of y'all. Where's Fifi? She know. Well, anyway, if something happened to the cat, if she gets lost, and if they find her, they can determine who she is and call the owner. For my son's cat. Okay.
Mhm.
Talk to
Yeah,
my daughter too.
they'll
These
be all
people are
right.
crazy.
I'm trying to see what else. Yes, so I know the only thing else happened was him going like cussing out. First, it was them two. But yeah, guys, so listen, like how I'm sitting here right now and I'm saying all this, like I'm not giving. I've been saying this last week. I literally said all this before my people even sent them cease and desist and whatever. I literally been telling y'all. I just kept adding people. 1 minute it was Red Eye, then it was who, then it was who. The list just kept getting longer and longer. I'm not giving commentary on these people. I kid you not. If Golden didn't like just not like, oh, I just want to come live, but if we didn't have to come live and at least tell y'all what happened today, I wouldn't have even mentioned it. Because I've been stopped thinking about them hours ago. You know? But of
It's
course I
true.
gotta come out here and say this what happened today, this what happened today. But in reality, I ain't wanna come live and say nothing, but I gotta do my job.
It's true. She did because of me. Well, because first of all, like how she said, somebody keeps dropping you down. You don't never get everything out anyway. So that's what it is. Thank you all. A microchip. Right.
Yeah, looking like, well, you might as well just go live. But then earlier in the day, see, here it is. This is why I said I'd be at a disadvantage. Well, y'all be on here cutting up during the day. I can't drop what I'm doing to come live. So yeah, we gotta wait till hours later, a whole nother day. It's Sunday now.
Yeah. Because if I call Vibes during the day, she's either doing something for her daughter, her son, doing washing her hair, doing something for her husband, cooking. Matter of fact, when I called her today, she was busy cooking. When I called her later on, she was dealing with the kids and the husband.
Now I'm sitting down. I'm like, damn, I'm tired. Yeah. You just keep moving, and then when you sit down, that's when it really hits you like, damn, you're more tired than you thought you were. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was. So no, I couldn't drop what I was doing to come live today. I just couldn't.
But like I told you, Vibes, I was a lot like that. Like when my kids were small, I couldn't do anything like any kind of research. Anything I was trying to do, I would have to wait for them to go to bed. Then, you know what I mean? I was able to think, do what I wanted to do. But it was always
Hmm.
very late at night.
That's what I'm doing for cooking for today, girl. I am done. Okay, I'm done. I did it different this week. Just trying something different. Yeah. You said you were getting it. Vibes, you were getting it. Nah, I was Ocean is messy. Getting what? Nah, I thought I ain't got no husband. How I'm supposed to be getting it?
This is the
Ocean.
funny thing. I don't know if Vibes mind if I say this, but one day when I was talking to her, he was like, I bet you don't even be telling people you got a man, huh? And she was like, yes, I do. Ask Golden. They saying I don't have a man. I'm like, yep, they swear she ain't got one. And he started rolling.
Yeah, that'd be good. Y'all be saying crazy stuff too anyway. Like, I need to technically clone this man. And then y'all be talking about, oh, bring him on the internet and all of that. Why would I want to open my man up to the internet? All these hungry horse face bitches on here trying to snatch people man. You get it. You get it, Golden. Why would
Yeah.
you want to bring your nice, clean husband on the internet? and open him
I
up to weirdos.
I wouldn't want my man in my business anyway. Just like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like what I look like bringing my man on here. This is what I do. This is what I do on my little spare time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going over there with him and his homeboys and they drinking beer and smoking weed or whatever. I'm just saying what I look like putting him in my world with female stuff. Man,
They
please.
said they said they think you fast too.
Mm-mm. Not me. No, Rhonda. Mm-mm. I'm a good
It
girl.
just tickles me how you say one thing and he go from 0 to 100.
Mhm.
Who
I
said
told you.
that, huh?
I told y'all I like him crazy. Mommy and my daddy didn't play. Wasn't about no arguing. What's up, fool? It's like, seriously. I don't know if it was a man back then or it was just, you know what I'm saying? This men I was around, but they might have an issue going on and they're going to talk about it man to man, like I was trying to do on the panel. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about it like adults. But if it wasn't going to work out, it was going to have to be a fight. And who was that? Brittany, how we talked about that. I think she brought that up, which is true, that women tend, and I remember reading something about that where I'm not going to say women, people, women or men, but since I'm talking about myself and most of us are women here, women tend to be attracted to men who remind them of their dads. And I remember reading an article like about people marrying or being in relationships with their father. I was like, what are they talking about? So it don't necessarily have to be your dad, but it could be like a male figure. It could be your stepdad, or if it was your granddad or whatever, maybe an uncle who was around as a dad. I don't know. I had a father and a grandfather, but definitely the men that you know what I'm saying? There is something that reminds me. It's something that's a reminder. Like my daughter's dad was, like I mentioned, he was real intelligent like my dad, but he didn't play. This fool, if these men online really wanted to play with me, if I called him today and we ain't even together, that crazy dude, he'd do anything for me. Okay? He was the type that'll kick down a nigga's door, but then he'll blame me for it later on. You shouldn't have told, you know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. These fools online, ain't nobody arguing all day. And ain't nobody's man coming on unless he already on here. Ain't nobody bringing their man on the internet. What y'all want to do? What you want to talk to him about? I remember that other one was like, how come we ain't never heard our man? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? We don't even want our man even knowing we on here on this phone with this BS.
So I'm gonna say this. You see, I was going 3 days. Didn't even say nothing about her. We just came like we were talking about food with Brittany. What they cook in Louisiana on Mondays and all this red beans. Remember that line? We weren't
Yeah,
talking about no sun.
yeah,
So I
that was a
want to
good.
see today's Sunday, right? I want to see if I don't say nothing about her, what's going to happen.
That's why I don't even know. It was we had a good time
Mm-hmm.
that night when Brittany came up. And like I told you, I was glad she did because it was a variety where it wasn't just you and I. Then you had somebody else come up, you know?
Yeah, and more people starting to come up now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's up. And then
Yes,
I'm like,
Copper.
yeah, but it was something I was going to say.
I'm sorry. I had to answer the Copper. Go ahead, Fox.
Listen, I don't remember what the hell I was going to say. It
And
probably wasn't
Peaches.
important.
You want to know what Golden is talking about? Read the chats.
What are you talking about?
Peaches.
Who was that?
Exactly. A nobody.
I must be having a slow moment. I don't know who no Peaches is.
Peaches is the one that said something about Golden. It was talking about, she was, That she blocked you.
Oh, you talking about the one in the comments, in my
Right,
comments?
right.
Oh yeah, she got me blocked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking like how I'm supposed to answer you, girl. I can't answer her every time I give it the. Can I even hide it? I think I can hide it, but once I click on the little comment thing, they give you that little error message, whatever, whatever. Then when you reply to her, then I was able to reply to your comment and say something. But yeah, it was crazy. She got me blocked. And then somebody be
Platinum.
like, why you just didn't remove her? I don't give a damn. You got me blocked. I guess you're going to just be talking to yourself. And then she would just leave in all these comments. I can't answer none of them. How am I being affected? I don't care.
Peach is probably, no, she's not in the chat, you all. I was just being,
No, it's a
being
person
petty.
that keep leaving me all these comments, but I can't answer her. It's actually two of them. I don't see the other one lately. Misunderstood. But misunderstood always say really nice stuff to me in the comments, but I can never answer her. I don't even think she realized I'm blocked. You see I'm blocked too?
No,
I don't block no one.
Peaches had made a comment like, "What is Golden talking about?" Something, and it was like apparently I was responding to somebody in the chat. I was reading the chat, but she just want to complain. Peaches, if you're listening, because I know you are, go on to that voodoo closet that you got set up that you call your prayer closet. You know, the closet with the candles and the benches, and at the top you got some clothes at the top folded up. It's kind of like the size of Marcus's closet, and you can probably go. It's big enough for you to lie down in too. And I saw a few I saw an obituary on the wall of Cora, and also all them crosses with your little evil self. You
What?
need that prayer closet. You do. Cause I said a prayer closet. I ain't never heard of a prayer closet. I had to Google it and I was like, oh, babe, people got prayer closets on it. Girl, please. Girl, you better use that for some storage. I'll just go on and just get on my knees and pray. I ain't got to go to no closet. The woman had a closet, y'all, with some candles.
I missed that one.
And it reminded me of, I remember my friend telling me about a lady that was one of their neighbors and it became their friend. And she came to live with them. And it was a lady she couldn't stand. And she told me they let her have a room in the back. And my friend told me this is when we were like in junior high school. She said when she went to the ladies' room, I mean in the closet part, that the woman who she couldn't stand, she had a picture of the woman on the wall and had candles up under there. So Peaches, that's what you kind of reminded me of. She was Peaches. You guys should have saw some of her comments. It was kind of evil. And then she had nerve enough to have a prayer closet with all these crosses and all these, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff on the wall, an obituary, a Cora, candles. She even had some little stools. She called it a prayer closet. Well, I don't know if she was using this prayer closet the right way. I had never heard of a prayer closet before, for real. I had to Google and I was like, I got some people actually use closets as prayer closets. See how you learn something new every day? See, y'all see, Golden don't think she know everything. But guess what? Next week, when we talking, if I'm out there on the street somewhere and we're talking about some prayer, I can talk about a prayer closet. Thank you to Peaches. And thank you, Miss Rhonda, because now she done verified it more. And Google, now I know about a prayer closet. So if
Oh
I decide to
man.
have a prayer closet, I know what to do. Put my candles in there. I'm going to know how to furnish it.
My. I'm trying to see what else happened today. So it was basically, if you're up in here, you're like, okay, so what happened after that? basically it was just back and forth between them. No, so that happened with the live that you was on. Then they got off. Then Octo went live, but he was arguing with some other lady from another sector. And then like at the end of it, he would just wait. He did two lives. Yeah, what was the first? No, the first live was about them, Sunny, and right? And then he went back live again. So that's pretty much between them going back and forth all day. That's pretty much what happened. I didn't see anybody else go live. Did you?
No, I wasn't really kind of, I was in and out, but I know I missed slides, or I'm sure I did, or I saw some that were like at the end, or I couldn't watch all that stuff today.
You know what I did the last time I came live and what I did tonight?
mm,
I actually didn't put the street sector title because I wanted to see did it make such a the street sector hashtag. I wanted to see did it make such a big difference. And the views were the same, so it's
mm,
been a big debate about the hashtag and whatever. I came live without it last night and tonight.
mhm. Well, it just proves that it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. And then it was something else. But no, I've never said anything. You know what? Forget it. By the whole damn sector thing. The whole thing is stupid. Never mind.
Raquel, I think that's
Okay.
what I was thinking. And see, I don't even want to talk about what I've heard about some candles. Ain't nothing wrong with candles. I like candles. I don't really, I stopped really buying them after I found out that the regular ones are toxic. So if you get any candles, it's best to have the beeswax or the soy. But the beeswax ones are real good for the air. What kind of candles do you make, Raquel?
Yeah, Copper, he went live. Yeah, girl. I think Octo went live twice. And Janisha maybe 2 or 3 times. Girl, it was too much. It was too much. Couldn't keep up, okay? And then somebody else, I know the streets were real busy, but it was them back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, I'm good.
Right, Rhonda. We don't need a sector. We at the castle. That's the sector. Um,
Right.
yeah, I saw where he did go live and he had like all their names in it. Sonny's the other, you know what I'm saying? Whatever he was talking about. I saw part of it. I didn't even watch it all. I didn't know he went twice, but I know I heard him call me weak.
Yeah, that was in the second live.
Oh.
Yeah, the first live, that was about him arguing with them about something. Some shit. Same old, every day.
Yeah, after a while, you don't get tired. Coconut wax. I forgot about coconut wax. That's a good one
But
too.
but whoever that lady is, for real, whoever that lady is, they need to keep her off the phone. That lady ain't safe with these people on the internet. Okay?
Mm-mm.
I say that much. And he keeps saying it's not his mom. We can't make him say it is his mom, but whoever the lady is, she need to stay off the phone. Okay?
Mhm. Yeah. While he busy online doing research and everything else, she roaming. Coconut wax. That one is actually, I believe, what I remember better than soy. Coconut wax and beeswax, I think, are the better ones. Am I correct, Raquel? It seems like you know a lot about the candles, but from what I recall, reading and researching, it was the coconut and the beeswax that were the better candles. Those other ones, like those Bath and Body ones, they smell good, but they're not good for your air. It's just not good at all. The other ones, like the natural ones, are more air purifiers.
You say good night, ladies. I have enjoyed y'all, and I
Good
will
night,
be back to
Rhonda.
visit. Good night, Rhonda.
We
Happy
enjoyed you
Sunday.
too.
I did. Happy Sunday, hon. I don't even know what else to talk about, Gordon.
Mm-mm.
Damn, two
Well,
hours go by fast. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it does because I didn't realize it was 2 hours.
Seriously, an hour. It do not seem like we've been here no 2 hours.
Uh-uh.
That's crazy, right? And yeah, it's kind of like I think even the subscribers are drained. You know how many subbies told me we had to take a break. Excuse me, we had to take a break. We just had to take a break. It's too much.
Yeah.
And y'all remember we're already a really, really small sector or whatever you want to call it, right? So you do notice that the chats become empty or whatever. The subscribers are tired. They're torn in between the channels. They like different CCs. The CCs don't get along. They just all over the place. They come online, they don't even know, like, damn, who I need to be in their chat anymore. This one about to be mad, and it's just always something. And then it's so crazy because it hell the damn subscribers be getting dragged. Just like earlier with Charmaine. Charmaine, where you at? Come out, Charmaine.
Yeah, well, that's what makes the subscribers not even want to come out, especially if they can't handle it or they don't want to be attacked or somebody, you know what I mean? Targeted in any kind of way. You're right. Thank you for reminding me, Raquel. I knew it was something about the soy, and that's what it was. It's just better than those other ones. But yeah, coconut and have you heard about the beeswax? Yeah, it
Oh yeah,
purifies the air.
you're right. You're right. I forgot about that part about Mel, but Mel did tell us a while back that yeah, she was over there supporting all of us at one point was over there supporting the girl. So that's not no secret. Mel did say that. So today they have put up something talking about Mel was leaving Sunny nice comments, I guess on IG or whatever other platform. And I'm like, we know about that. She did
Mhm.
tell us that. Mm-hmm.
77 weeks ago, though. Yeah, Mel
But
said it on your chat on your panel. She talked about it actually on your panel. How she said that she had offered to do some things or buy some groceries. It was something I didn't forget, but she talked about it on your panel not long ago.
yeah, everybody sat there and said, yeah, they supported her at one point.
We all did. And I'm glad we're talking about that because that Southern lady, girl, I read, it kind of like it didn't tick me off, but I was like, what is she talking? That's what annoys me with people. You sitting in the chat and then you making a comment and don't even know what you're talking about. When she said something about you give basically me giving a cash app, but then throwing it back up or bringing up what I did, I wouldn't have never even brought it up at all. She's the one who said I ain't never did nothing for her, and I was like, well, yeah, you. And she's the one who said you ain't never cashed app me, and that was like, oh yes, I have cash apped you. So, lady, keep up or go on. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Is she old and you know what I'm saying? In that stage where like that's some hell of a short term memory loss right there.
Yeah.
You know,
Then somebody else in the chat was saying you're the reason why Monique channel got deleted, and that's not true either. There was somebody else in the chat saying that.
I didn't
I
even see
don't
all
know.
that, but see, they just be talking. That's what I'm talking about with these people. I did share. Monique is the reason why. And matter of fact, I was just in King Messiah's, and he had a newer video, and they were talking about how Monique she was advertising OnlyFans. This is what I'm talking about. You got thousands of subscribers. So you mean to tell me it was just that one subscriber? And these people were all was saying they're gonna report, but no, I had the petition. Okay. I was sharing the petition. Anybody who looked at the petition will know that I'm not the one who created the petition. It was a guy who created the petition. And he was like, I know that I guess he could see what kind of personality I had. So I started sharing the petition. So nobody got to take her up off of YouTube. That was the plan. His petition was to see if YouTube could remove her. And there were a lot of people who signed that petition. Okay. But these people can't say a damn thing because see, we funded Monique and her. She came around. We were introduced to Sunny in January 2024. You don't know nothing about Monique. We've been knowing Monique since about November of 2022. And Wade, are you there? Tell us about how much you sent. Wade sent her about 3,000. Okay. I sent her a few hundred. There were several other people who talked about they was looking at their cash apps, looking to see how much it was. Like, oh yeah, I sent her 1,500. Monique got over $20,000. She got 2 cars out of us. Plus, on top of it, while she was playing like she's sleeping in the car on the street, there were people who was actually paying for her rooms. It was one person, I don't remember who it was, and I don't know if they was telling the truth, but I believe they were. They said they paid for a room for Monique for a whole month, and the people threw her out by the 3rd week, and they wouldn't give those people back their money. And they told her because Monique was bringing people in or men or whatever she was doing up in that motel. Gotcha. If you're in the clouds, I remember Gotcha used to always I thought she was just clowning when she said Monique was at the Hyatt. But no, they confirmed and they were like, no, it was true. She was lying about, and they sending her more and more and more money. And come to find out, she would be sitting in that car like she gonna be sleeping in the car. Come to find out, they saw the parking ticket, the parking pass where she was staying at the Hyatt. You don't know nothing about Monique and you don't know what we've done. You didn't even know nothing about Monique. And see, I don't like that kind of stuff where people be running their mouth. I didn't have nothing to do with her, but yes, I definitely, because she needed to get up off of there. And how and after I was seeing how her family was coming on and how she was doing them, her auntie said that some of that stuff Monique is saying is true. She said, but some of it, she said it's however she viewed it. But her auntie said it wasn't our side of the family. She was dealing with was on her dad's side. And even those cousins, I know people lie, but even those cousins was coming on. And because I know we've caught Monique in lots of lies, I do believe some of the stuff their cousin was saying. Like one of her cousins was saying, that's funny. And because if anybody knew Monique, when Monique couldn't get her way, she would flip out. She wanted everything her way. And I remember her cousin said, that's funny, you was effing your own cousin, but when you didn't get your way, now it's a problem. I still got the screenshots, okay? Still have them. These people, Sonny, not like that, but Sonny, you didn't know Monique. So stop talking about something you don't know about. We was taking care of this girl and she was working. I remember when, huh?
Rex said Monique lost her channel for playing her OnlyFans content on her live. Yeah, that's what I heard too. That's the reason. It wasn't because of Golden or the petition or anything. And Golden wasn't the one over the petition anyway.
It wasn't my petition. I was just sharing it. If you read it, you would have known. And a lot of us signed it. But the thing is, it was that OnlyFans stuff. And I saw people saying it was reporting her. And apparently, next thing you know, she was gone bye-bye. Okay. She's on TikTok and I don't even mess with her because I know it's the same old thing. I'm like, you know what I mean? I see people over there that was up in YouTube and Monique don't even know I've even seen her channel. But no, she ain't about to come. See, that's the thing about them. You guys want to be against a person so much, you can't agree on something that's right. Okay, I hate Golden or I'm mad at Golden. So even though what she's saying is right, Monique should not have been scamming all these people. And some of these people were seniors. Like they felt like, well, I'm on a fixed income, but this girl out on them streets, so I'm going to go on and give her, you know what I'm saying? Well, they sacrificing. You don't do that. So if you're okay with that, it goes to tell me what kind of person you are and what kind of background you came from. People are, you know what I'm saying? Remember the Lady Kelly with so many people and what Monique would do, especially I noticed the people who was offering her a place. That's what she didn't want because she wanted the money. But all she had to do was say, well, you know what? I appreciate your offer. But, with me going through my trauma, I just don't trust going to people's houses. I don't know. What she would do is start up something and lie on them. Monique lied on me. See, while you talking, okay, I still got my screenshots. I got texts, okay? One day somebody was like, well, I'll help. And I was like, you know what? I'll help this girl find a place. I was calling around and these people called me back and they started texting me. I'm glad because I ain't never dealt with a company that would text you back. But I guess because I left a message or they saw my number on the caller ID, it was something. They were like, hi, you left a message or something. And I was like, ooh, now I got proof. And I was telling them it's a lady. I could, Vibes, I'm going to send you the text messages. And I was telling her it was a lady and I'm helping her, you know, and she needs a place to stay. They told me, oh, we got one right now, right? And I was like all excited. I was like, oh, you do? And she was like, yeah, if she doesn't mind being at the top bunk. It was something like that. I don't remember because that was like a year ago, okay? But I remember it was something like that. And I remember I was like, oh, let me try to reach out to Monique. They got a place, right? Monique started ignoring me. And that's when I knew. Long story short, come to find out, Monique was already staying at a shelter. People were sending her money because they were just assuming she was sleeping on the streets or sending her money thinking that they giving her money for a motel. Come to find out, and then Monique's tried to switch it around. I got the screenshots. All of a sudden, it was like golden signature and her crew trying. Now she was trying to be a victim because, see, now it's like, damn, I didn't got caught. She was staying at the same shelter that I found for her. Okay. No, she ain't part. Yeah, I think they really think they believe Sunny is part of the origin of ASI and the mess that came with it. Most of all the biggest interviewees were all before her. She don't know nothing about it, and 98% of them are before. Yeah, yeah. They thinking that because she went out on a date with him. Or like she knows so much about Marcus. No, honey. Monique was around a whole year and a little over a year before you came about. Monique had pimped everybody out of cars. I said it before. DDD Dirty, that's why she created that page. I remember she had another page. And that page was to expose Monique, like with her lies. Like she said this, but look at this, y'all. Monique said that because Monique would lie. She would have like a video clip with Monique saying one thing and then a video clip of Monique saying something else. And I was catching Monique at all kind of lies too. Yeah, you are scamming because if you got to do all this lying to people, look how she switched around and tried to make me look like a villain. How could you make a person who's helping you and found a shelter for you like a villain? But I see why, because like, damn, if Golden puts me in a shelter, then I can't get this money no more. King Messiah's tried to, and then when he stopped paying for it, she flipped on him. There were a lot of supporters who was paying for hotels. Can anybody tell me who was that who had paid for her a hotel for a whole month? Does anybody remember that person? There was a lady or a man, I don't know, who paid for Monique for a whole month. There were several people who was paying like for maybe a week at a time. Monique got over $20,000. And remember you all, she got 2 cars while she's still homeless. You tell me. You tell me. They got people working 9 to 5 and still can't get them a car. If they could only get a whole bunch of strangers and pull their heartstrings and get them a car, and not just a car, but 2, and she lost them both. Then she went out to North Carolina and got her 3rd car, all while homeless. Right. You know Ish was real when Vaughn had to kick her out. Right. And he described her and was saying like the same stuff. And how I found out Vaughn kicked her out is because one day when she was on that rant, trying to, being a victim, Vaughn made a comment and was like, I tried. It was something he said, like, no, he was tired of it. He said, I'm tired of it. It was some. I guess he was tired of hearing the same old story. Like, hey, we've been hearing this girl with these same stories for over a year. And she then responded, was like, you didn't care nothing. You kicked me. I was like, what? He kicked her out. So apparently back then, Vaughn had a spot. And I remember bringing it up to Vaughn, and Vaughn talked about it and how he was talking about her behaviors and acting like I forget, he would have to come on the panel. Speaking of Vaughn, you all, Vaughn has a place with the babies now. I got to reach out to Marcus some kind of way so that remember Marcus was going to do something for him. and he didn't really want to do it until he was stable, which I understand. Like, if you're going from place to place, you're going to lose stuff. So now Vaughn is stable with the babies, and I'm so happy. I wanted to reach out to MGO about that too. Like, maybe we can, cash app them, whatever.
Remember, she said she was supposed to be doing the Amazon wish list, but then she I don't know what happened. That was before we did the book. Remember that book live we did? Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess that's what she talked about, or we talked about when he was still homeless. So we just haven't had any discussions yet. And Marcus, I don't even know if Marcus knows that he has a place yet. But I think he and the babies deserve it. He ain't even out there doing all that stuff like how Monique was doing. And Monique is a single woman. Vaughn got a vehicle right now for his babies, okay? He needs some help too. Vaughn went out here going on live and lying on people and making himself be a victim every time. You know what I'm saying? He was not doing that. And don't you think that a person who's homeless is hard? You talking about a person who's homeless, and now we talking about a person not just with one kid, but two, not just two kids, but two babies. Come on. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute, Copper. Do you remember when King Messiah, he was taking her around to look for jobs? And it was a job who told Monique, and they was gonna pay her a decent salary. I think like 4,000 a month. I don't remember, but it wasn't like they was gonna be just paying her a little bit. It was definitely over 2,000. I think it was like 4,000 a month. And I'm thinking that ain't gonna be bad for Monique, and she's just now getting the job. And really, whatever the job was, I could see that there was growth opportunity. They told Monique, when you get you a vehicle, you got the job. It's on video. It's King Messiah when he was taking her around. When she got her vehicle, do you think Monique went to go get that job? Why she was acting like she wanted a job? But then when Monique did get a job, people were still sending her money. So I can't stand for people to be they so hard trying to find something like somebody did something so bad to somebody. Stop playing. I'm not for nobody lying and trying to pull games on people and talking crazy to people. And when people give them money, they disrespectful. Is that what y'all are about? Maybe that's how y'all see. Maybe that's how your mama and them raised y'all. So you think that you don't see nothing wrong with that. But something is wrong with that, okay? That's what it was, Copper. Damn, Copper, I'm getting older, but I knew it was something like that. Yeah, it was going to be $1,000 a week. You're right. Why when Monique got that car and who helped her get them cars? All of the people who was following and you know what I'm saying, trying to support her. Monique, I think, got more help than anybody because when Monique came out with the story about, first of all, we didn't know the real, like the whole detailed story, but what she told us about the story, we were outraged. We were upset. And we was meant we was gonna help Monique. Yeah. So you mean to tell me she ain't gonna go get her $1,000 a week job? And we heard them people on the video. So we matured and we made sure she got her a car. And she didn't go. She fumbled the bag. These people are crazy, but none of them giving a dime to Monique. They just want to talk. So I see they just come online just to be talking. We ain't about talk. We about doing something. We ain't about no lying and lie roasting. Like, we for real, for real. Okay? We ain't came over here for all that. That's why I said we been here, but we didn't come. We went over here for that. We were here to help. We're a different breed from y'all. Thank you, Copper. I knew it was something with that. Yeah, she rejected it. Apparently, she never did go get it. She's still sitting online begging.
Y'all don't
With that
forget
pipe.
nothing. Sometimes I
Hmm?
don't remember half of this crap that happened. Ain't that crazy? I
It was
think
so
y'all remember
much.
way more than I do.
It was so much. But I definitely remember that because I remember how I remember it. I watched King Messiah's video 2 years ago when he tried to help Chris. It was another guy. He helped Monique. But after some time, but I rewatched it again after King Messiah this year. Was it this year or last year? Created a new video because Monique was trying to lie on him and he didn't appreciate it. See, that's what they don't get. People don't appreciate being lied on. And especially because when people lie on people, that's not a good look. And it's, you know what I'm saying? And on top of it, especially when somebody's been good to you. See, they don't understand. They don't care about people being good to them.
Yeah. Remember what I was just saying earlier today that people, like it brought me back to what I said last night about when you putting out slanderous stuff about people on the internet, you got to be careful. Like just say even me. You sit out here and you say all this random stuff about VQ this, VQ that, VQ this, VQ that. The crazy thing about it, employers are literally like looking up social medias now. They're doing all of that. Like, that's a bad look. Like, can you imagine you don't have none of these crazy charges and then like people on the internet just keep putting stuff on your name?
Right. And guess what? That's why, like, whatever Miss Prime is over there doing to better herself, she better be careful with who she let know what she doing. Like if she is for real about completing, moving further with her education and trying to get something better, she better be careful with who she let know where she work or just things like that. Because there's so much out here with her behaviors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a
I
very
don't
reason
put
why.
no I don't
Mhm.
put no titles on nobody name. I might joke around and be like, you trying to be in a castle with Tierra Tutu or whatever. But for me to say you are a this, you are a that, I don't do that to nobody. I would say you have the tendencies of such, but I can't say you are because I can't prove it.
Right. But they just don't care. But that's what's crazy is that they get mad when I hear that somebody else done lied on them. Do unto others that you want done unto yourself. How are you mad about people lying on you and that's all you do?
You know what I also thought about earlier? Go ahead, finish your thought, and then I'm
No,
gonna
I'm
say.
done. What did you think about earlier?
Earlier, I sat there and I said, when I heard that lady, I was like, oh my God, because I missed the beginning. I probably missed like maybe 9 minutes or so. I came on the live, and when I heard that lady, you know what I thought about, y'all? That lady sound like older, right? Probably retired, something. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's his mom, it's not his mom. That's not the point. It's somebody mama, somebody grandma, auntie, sister, something, right? The point is, just follow me for a little bit. What if we set up here right now, we talking about we prank calling this person, this and that and whatever. This person, God forbid, have a heart attack or something. Here you are as a dummy on YouTube Live, recording yourself, doing this crazy crap. And then when the person not here, because you frightened them or something, now you just recorded yourself doing something that took somebody out of you. Y'all don't even be thinking how one little shot could lie. It could go a whole nother way than you thought. And something that was anticipated to be trolling or a joke, now you're literally a criminal. I don't know whose head that went over, but okay.
Oh no, I definitely agree. I mentioned that before. Like I said, I'm done with him. And he mentions, about that one over there because I was thinking that, like with that swap call and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It might be funny to some people, but I know how things can go left with that kind of stuff.
Real
It can go
fast. And you can't say
right.
you didn't do it because you just recorded yourself to it.
It might have been where you didn't mean no harm for it to happen like that. But you got to be careful. It's just like I said, a person can take a person out accidentally with one hit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, with something like that, and you got some old lady over there and all this stuff going on, and you know what I'm saying, and upset at them. And next thing you know, they've been and had a cardiac arrest. I was thinking that, and I also was thinking with me knowing how cops are with uh men, well, I'm just going to be honest with you, especially with black men, and especially a black man is big like that, they can get intimidated. And he come out, let's just say he didn't know nothing, or the brother don't know what's going on. The brother big as him, he come out, and then all of a sudden they've been in, took him out. You know what I'm saying? Or just come out like, what you doing over here? You know what I'm saying? People, you get upset if you see the cops over here and they ain't supposed to be over here, and you bothering me, and you don't know what has taken place. It could have went all kinds of ways. It could have went where somebody could have walked off with handcuffs because now they didn't, did something to the cops that, it didn't, all kinds of stuff. But I got my number one thing was if it's an old lady in there, and I was thinking cardiac arrest, and I'm going to tell you why I was thinking that. A friend of mine, I think I shared this with you, Vibes, about my friend's adopted daughter, little girl who she ended up kind of like taking care of. Anyway, the little girl, she came from a dysfunctional family. Apparently, her mama's mama, the grandmama, and the granddaddy, they was some thugs. And they had been in prison just almost like since her mama was a little girl in elementary. So this little girl had never met her grandparents. And I found out they were in there for 187, a murder. And apparently they used to break into houses, and they broke into an elderly person's house. They did not hurt these people, but scared them. And I believe one of the elderly people went into cardiac arrest and went on. So it went from a 211, a robbery, to a 187. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah. How many people sat there and said, "We just gonna go rob this house together"? Then you go there and the homeowner was home, and then now a robbery turned into something else. Like, just stop. That's the point people be trying to make. Just stop. But if you don't want to stop, go ahead. I mean, I ain't got nothing to do with it. And that's why I'm staying out of the whole damn thing. I don't want no parts. Y'all got it.
No, Copper, that's just the ones who want to know who you are. So then they try to play a mind game. Oh, yeah, we show our face. Oh, we go live. Yeah. How come we can't see? That's that game because they just want to know who you are, and because they don't know, they try to think they're gonna manipulate and try to get you to show them who you are, and because you don't, you know what I'm saying? It's all a game, all mind games. I ain't going live. I ain't never planned on going live. And if I do go live, it's not going to be because somebody from here wanted me to go. It's going to be something that I just decide to do. But I'm not going. So they can say all what they want to say. And they can just keep saying it until the day they drop dead. Hey, you want to?
Like, do y'all really think that I'll be on here and I'm so big on like, women need to be respected, demand your respect, this and that, all this. I won't say woman empowerment, but kind of, sort of. And then I'm sitting up there, people whooping my ass when I'm getting up. I wouldn't even bother wasting my breath. Guys, so the whole damn thing is stupid. It really is. And I'm just going to really try my hardest to just ignore these people. And I want to see when I ignore them. Well, I already been ignoring the boyfriend. Her. When she get added to the list, what's going to happen? I want to see from today. If I don't say another word, we going to see who talk about who. So y'all can't always say VQ the problem. This the moment of truth. I want to see how many times she could go live without saying my name. Because I got all the stuff I could be talking about. Or I could just log off. I don't mind disappearing, right? Yeah, I just want to see. So basically, I'm giving her everything she asked for. She asked to be left alone, all of that. I want to see what she going to do with it now. And make sure y'all remember that, okay? You said, I never mentioned this publicly before, but I remember I was in nursing school and thought my life was over. All because I had a fight with Be something innate to the person. Wait a minute. But I remember I'm in nursing school and thought my life was over all because I had a fight. Oh my gosh. Somebody could
If
have just
Topper
wanted
ain't
to
full of
know.
surprises, I don't know who is. Girl, you know you got to hit this panel one day.
Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. Girl, you'll be in somebody's title tomorrow. Let me stop.
No, maybe they'll leave her well enough for damn long.
She's gonna call people names out again when people stop saying her name. Well, today is what date? Today the 27th, right? If I remember correctly. Today is July 27th, right? I want to see. This
Well,
should
you
be
know,
real interesting. And I leave all my lives up, okay? And the
hmm
transcript don't lie.
and tonight, I guess we're talking about it because, like, I didn't get to finish saying what I wanted to say on the panel, and I wanted to also explain some things. Like, why did I go up on the panel today? Why did I go in his chat today? Like I said, I just felt like doing it, and and also because he wasn't telling the truth, and playing a piece of a video, you know what I'm saying, and trying to narrate it. No, play the whole video. Don't play a piece of the video and then try to narrate it. You don't need to narrate it. I can narrate it by telling the whole story and they can listen to it, you know? So it's like, that's not right. You know what I mean? So, and I ain't even really tripping off of it, but that's just the way I was feeling earlier today. I really don't care because these people ain't going to be able to do anything for me financially and take care of me and my family the way I would want them to be taken care of. But it's just the principle. You get tired of it.
Yeah,
Tired of it.
normally you would have sat there and jump off the pad. Before you even went on the panel, you would have went on your tab, did all this community post. I don't even see where you made a post. People are tired. The whole thing is it's over.
Right. If you notice, I didn't even make a post because I would have. Let's just say this was about 2, 3 weeks ago when he did that, because I would have said, let me clear this up on my wall. I didn't even make a post. I haven't today. And I'm not.
Yeah,
It's
but
the
for
way.
anybody that want to sit there and say go there and talk about me, I ain't gonna believe nothing without a receipt. Show me the receipt. And y'all be doctoring shit anyway, so who believes it? I think they think that I don't see them. I see them though, but I don't believe you.
Well, you notice they disappeared. They didn't want to come on the panel for some strange reason. They didn't mind talking in the chat, but they didn't share a story. What did you see and hear Golden say?
Yeah.
See, they so used to just saying stuff and nobody questions them. You can't play with somebody. Remember, y'all said that I'm the court lady, right? So do you think the court lady is going to let you get away with making an accusation without questioning you, without any kind of interrogation, without asking for more details?
But how are
See,
you
no, no,
gonna
you
tell
play that
these
game with,
people
I'm sorry.
how you gonna tell these people stuff about me but you don't even talk to them offline or anywhere?
Exactly. Exactly. I don't talk to him. So it would have to be something you saw in a chat, and you should have took a screenshot if you saw it in the chat, because I damn sure don't talk to him. It's a very few people, and the very few people at eight is not in the chat talking. And the very few people who I have talked to behind the scenes, I ain't never talked about vibes negatively. I ain't never talked about them negatively with the other. Period. So they can stop that.
Nobody ain't gotta
And
do all that. I literally just sat here tonight and I said whatever the hell I said earlier. I even though I'm not cool with that lady, I wasn't gonna lie on her and say, yeah, y'all, she was on my panel talking about she gonna call CPS. This it never happened. I can't just lie on people. But I'm a
Yeah.
liar. I make everything up. I'm crazy. So yeah, leave everything where it's at.
But they ain't gonna be able to. They have receipts for everything else. But when they want to make up a lie and nobody questions it, because they so used to lying over there with them silly people. I don't know if the people are silly or they just let them get away with it. I'm hoping and praying they just kind of let them get away with it. But it's kind of wrong when you letting the person get away with it and they just doing the person in like that. So like I said, yeah. And they would be surprised that one of the people who I talk who has my phone number behind the scenes. They'd be surprised.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But anyway, like I said, um, yeah, post a
And no,
receipt.
and no, I am definitely not influencing you to tell you how to deal with Sunny. However, I deal with Sunny. Moving forward, that's how I'm dealing with Sunny. I don't know. You didn't tell me how you're gonna deal with her, and like I can't tell you how to do it either. Like we're different.
I mean, you share with me. We talked about it, and you share with me because I think I asked you, or you talked to me, and you said it was because she talked about your kids.
And then you'll have the ones that say other people talk about your kids, but they're over here, whatever. Did they talk on my kids' clothes? Did they say my daughter was going to be a prostitute? Did they say my kids are sleeping together? All that other stuff that these two did. There's a huge difference. And then y'all would say, oh, why you can't just hear them out? That is why. I don't want to sit on no panel with them. I literally would just listen to the video when he was on my panel. It was all compliments. Oh, you have such a nice channel. Oh, I love your avatar. All of this stuff. But then today you hate me. What I did to you? Nothing.
Yeah. So,
I ain't did nothing to him.
I guess it's just really for content, but it's crazy because it's so like with him. And if you listening, I don't care about your lives tomorrow. Okay. Remember, I'm the old lady, so I might almost be. I don't think I'm really old enough to be your mother, but I guess I would be if I was a teenage mother, now that I'm thinking about it. But you have videos up where you're cooking. You over there fumbling with the bag, playing around. You're playing around because there's so much more you could be doing with that skill. It's crazy. You ain't even got to really do much. Now that people are going to that town, all you, like I mentioned before, making praline cakes. All you got to do is call them New Orleans praline cakes or French Quarter praline cakes. That's all you got to do. Make them cakes, let them cool off, slice them up, put them in some saran wrap, make some labels, put them in a wagon, go to Walmart or Costco, get you a wagon, get you a little sign with Velcros to go around the wagon. Maybe even put a few little colored balloons each time you go, blow up a few little balloons. People gonna look over there, they gonna see you with that, unless you scared, unless you too ashamed to do that kind of hustle. But I mean, all the stuff that you doing online, I mean, maybe that'd be funny if I found out he was a real quiet kind of person in real life. But I mean, you could just go over there with all them people who don't know nothing about nothing. They from Germany. They from wherever, Wisconsin, and sell them cakes. And it ain't gonna take you long to get rid of them because they are French Quarter praline cakes. They gonna want to buy one just to, to take it home, or just to say they had one, just to take a photo of it and put it on their Facebook.
Yeah, I know. That's why I made it known. I don't remember was that last night or whatever. No, I don't want to see nobody kids taken from them. What I want her to do is be better for her and her daughters. If she don't want to do that, I can't make her do that. So I throw my hands up. I'm not gaining or losing anything. She's not my sister. She's not my cousin. She's not in my family. So why do I need to keep worrying about what she got going on? She act like she got it figured out, so let her keep figuring it out.
You could really be doing gig work for real, and like I mean, come on, I would buy it. Like, if I'm out in New Orleans just visiting and I can see you know what I'm saying? Somebody they talking about and they got praline cakes or something, they selling them. I'd buy it. I bought stuff out here. You know what I'm saying? Somebody selling something. So I would, and like around the Essence time, he could have came up if he's really for real. Well, I do understand that chefs are a little different from bakers. Everybody don't know how to bake, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It could have been where he just made whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some of the that praline candy, and package that up. Like it's so much he could be doing besides doing this. So like, look at Kenyatta. Look how she was on live the other day showing us how she was designed. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Designing her cakes. Hey, hey,
Hey,
MGO.
MGO. MGO, we definitely gave you your flowers in the beginning of this live, honey. Okay. Shout out to you. So
It's
I
so much.
ordered.
Yeah, shout out to MGO. You know, good looking out.
Yeah.
MGO is very level headed and you know and intelligent. And that's what I like about her.
About what you did today in the chat, you was trying to keep the peace and telling the other people in the chat, hold the negative comments, let them just have a conversation. You know? Yeah. You didn't have to.
Here we go with this interesting food. Copper saying she ordered gator. Now I have tried. You know, I do eat the crawfish, but I ain't going doing nobody's gator now.
Mm-mm. Yeah. But then you was also fair to when you said, "Oh, I didn't know that." When something about some little girl, and you said, "Oh, you missing some of the videos." Then you like, "Yeah, I just go to the bushes." But clearly, because MGO told me this one that she was on here for a while. She had stuff going on, right? So she done missed at least a week of what happened. So here it is, a week is a month. So then when she come back today, people talking about little girl and videos and to be honest, after the mocha, the video we reacted to last night? I'm thinking that was actually the last video. How about there's like 3 more videos after that? I think he dropped them so often we can't keep up. So yeah, I was actually behind with the whole mocha thing. Did y'all know that? We were talking about mocha, but it was like 3 more new videos that we didn't even see.
Yeah, I knew about one mocha video and I had missed it because like he'd be dropping a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, I'll catch that one later. What I'll do is I'll try to catch the ones that I would like. When I saw Summer, I got to catch her. You know what I mean? But like I said, I caught that one from last. So I didn't know what was going on until I heard about that. It was like 3 or 4 videos. I don't know nothing about. That's why it is good to know about what's going on chronologically. But even then, and I want to talk about that too. When it comes to adults vibes, and I'm saying this to you, Gumbo, and I didn't get to say this on your panel today. I know you felt like, or I don't know if you really felt this way, if this was just some commentary you was given just to have something to have some confusion going. But you felt like she was being biased and unfair. That's not so. Anybody in her chat is welcome to give their opinion. Okay. So just because Vibes felt whatever way she felt did not mean that that meant that the whole chat felt that way. Everybody was welcome to give their own opinion. And in fact, in that video, I noticed a lot of people were warning Marcus, be careful, be careful. When I was reading, I just said, let me read the comments. But that's not true because if you were allowed in her chat, you could have been more than welcome to say, well, I disagree. I don't trust Marcus. And that could have been that. Don't you know that when everybody was on the Marcus hate train, I don't, you know what I'm saying? And I disagreed with some stuff. That's just how it goes. We grown. Everybody is never going to agree on everything. Imagine if this world, if we all agreed on everything, it would be boring. If we all looked alike, if we all thought alike, I mean, sometimes I wish we all did think alike because, I mean, or at least at a certain level, because sometimes I be wondering about these folks.
Yeah, like I've came out here several times and said, "Oh my God, what did Yana say about little girl this and bedroom and daddy?" And I gave commentary about all of that. But what I'm not going to do is be a crazy person, keep going back months ago, digging it. I'm not that invested. I
And
don't talked about it already.
it's time to move on to another subject. But MGO, I'm glad you're here. I know we talked about it with Vibes about Vaughn
Hmm.
and like a wish list or to get his cash app going and stuff like that. And I know Marcus even wanted to do something for him, but he didn't want to do it while he was like moving around because he felt like it wouldn't be good, which I understand. Like we buying all this stuff and then he can't even, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not stable and not in a home to be able to take this stuff all around. He would either lose it or he would have to take it to a storage. So what do you think about? I know we spoke about that before, and I just was saying earlier that Vaughn now has a place. I was also mentioning because they were talking about Monique that here it is. Well, we definitely know Monique was scamming. We've been knowing Monique a whole year. We sent Monique lots of money. They've got people who could look at their cash apps. I wish Wade was here because I know by now it's definitely over the $4,000 mark. But anyway, we were sending her money. She was able to get 2 cards while she was homeless. People were paying for her hotel rooms, all that kind of stuff. Here it is. I was saying that Vaughn is a single man. And when Vaughn was homeless, we didn't do nothing for him when he was by himself. We really didn't do any much for him. Like maybe we sent him some cash apps and that was it. Whatever it was, and he went on about his business. But Vaughn has 2 babies, not just 2 kids, not just him, but it's 2, and it's not just 2 kids, but babies. So my thing is this: is that Vaughn didn't even come out here doing that and need it for those 2 babies. Monique was a single woman and out here playing. Yes. Remember, Morinика, we talked about it before. Like maybe we could put up his cash app and also help him. It looked like he had a few things already, but I know he would need more, you know what I mean? And the babies, like in general. But, money is always good, especially with 2 babies, because they need stuff and he needs gas in his car and all kinds of stuff. I just hadn't been able to
Yeah, but
talk to you about it. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
but
go ahead.
remember weeks ago, I know that's at least 2 months ago, maybe I reached out, I had sent her and I said basically whenever she set up whatever she's setting up, I don't mind sharing it. I did. I was just pretty much waiting on it to get done to share it, like promote it or whatever. But I mean, I understand he was in the place, so maybe that was the delay. But then now he's in the place, so yeah.
So, MGO, we're ready when you are.
Yes, I can't make no promises. The most I could do is share it and say, hey, help him. I can't make anybody do anything, but it don't hurt to try.
Okay, well, let us know, and then we'll also hook up. Put up his cash app.
Yeah. I'm just saying the type to be around here promising people baby showers, all of this stuff, and then no, I don't make no promises. Okay,
No, I
that's
think
crazy.
Marcus was going to help with something like that. So, you know,
No, I ain't talking about Vaughn. I'm talking about in general. Like,
Right, I
you
know, I
can't be
know.
on the internet talking about, I'm going to throw you a baby shower gold in, and then when time comes, you act like you got amnesia.
Right, exactly.
Crazy. But I'm ready to get off here whenever y'all are. I feel myself winding down. I'm
Okay, well, we can
tired.
go ahead and wrap it up. It's been over 2 hours. I'm still
Hmm.
waiting to hear from the other person, something me. So I guess they don't really have an answer for it. They just was trolling and talking.
I forget them damn people. That's why they never came up on the link. Like, that's why I
But,
don't entertain them. Hit the link and
mhm.
come up here.
But they didn't even come up and then write it in the chat. I was even okay. Well, if you don't want to come up on the link, hit it. Tell us. So don't come back with the foolishness, please. You had an opportunity.
Yeah. But I know it's Sunday. I'm going to get my butt off here, get ready for bed. It's almost 3 a.m. So I'm exhausted today. Y'all done woke me out in these streets. I think it's
What?
more mental than online. I think it's more mental. Does the rah 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 for hours and hours and hours. That's why sometimes y'all think I be joking. I said she'll go live and I just see her go live and be like, yeah, I can't watch it today and keep scrolling. I just can't. That's
Okay,
gonna
I
get
like.
in your spirit if you're hearing it every day, all day, over and over and over.
Yeah. Like, when is it going to end? But since we're about to end, I like to tell everybody, if you can and you're able, give Vibes a super chat. And Vibes Queen, she doesn't like giving out her stuff, so I'm doing it. Vibes Queen's Cash App is Vibes Queen 6. VIB like boy, ESQUEEN 6. $ in front. For anyone who wants to bless her, if you enjoy the content and you're able. If you're not, if nothing else, just hit the like button.
Yeah, I don't never ask them, but then you hear, oh, she big, and I be entertaining y'all, don't I? I do late
Yeah.
nights, but I'm finna get out of here. You said what, Copper? Okay, thanks, Nikki. Thanks, Gemini. I get it from VQ. What you say you finna get from VQ? Let me see. I will send it to VQ Golden and Marcus. Okay.
We'll
All
talk on the
right.
back end.
I don't know what I did with his number.
Well, he has an email address.
Atlanta Street Interviews at gmail.com. I think that's it. Yep. Okay. All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night,
Yeah, I'm
everyone.
tired.
I'm dropping down Vibes. Good night, everyone.
Okay, y'all. It was real. So let's see. Is she going to be able to move forward and leave people alone? Because at the end of the day, I want to see what the content going to be when she go live. Subliminals count too, because she have a tendency of being like, oh yeah, a big fat this, all this stuff. Subliminals count too. So yeah, we'll see. Pay attention, all right? Have a good night, everybody, and happy Sunday.
We done talking, now it's time to log. Ain't no back and forth, I don't argue in blogs. Said what I meant and I meant that clear. Soft voice, sharp truth, cut clean in here. No chaos, no shouting, no drag for free. Just calm, cold facts with a little hot tea. If you came for the mess, baby, this ain't that. This castle built peace, yeah, we handle it flat. Don't wait.
Thank you so much, NY Leo. Thanks, hon. I appreciate your $3 super sticker. Thank you so much. And it's good to see you. Have a good Sunday, Leo, and thank you for your support. Have a good night, y'all.
We done talking, now it's time to log. Ain't no back and forth, I don't argue in blogs. Said what I meant and I meant that clear. Soft voice, sharp truth, cut clean in here. No chaos, no shouting, no drag for free. Just calm, cold facts with a little hot tea. If you came for the mess, baby, this ain't that. This castle built peace, yeah, we handle it flat. Don't wait on a clap back, I don't do performing. I exit with a beat, drop and leave without warning. Grown women talk, this the closeout flow. Where the vibe gets soft, but the pressure still shows. Subscribe if you get it, join if you bold. The membership heat ain't never been told. We spilling that first, real light, real still. But it cut through fake like a whisper will. This ain't petty, this poise, this presence on cue. With a side of eye, peeped it, but I won't move for you. I'm signed off calm, no extra scene. Just lace on my steps and a crown that's clean. So catch me next drop, or don't at all. This castle don't chase, queen answers a call. The vibe don't yell, it just echo right. Now dim the screen down, we done, good night. Good night, you loves. Thank you so much for coming to the castle tonight. If you enjoyed the vibe, me ask you, subscribe. But if you really want to be part of the family, become a member. That's where the tea spill first. Quiet, clean, and always back. Till next time. Walk good, stay wise. And mind how you move in these YouTube streets. We done talking, now it's time to leave. Ain't no back and forth, bitch, please. Said what I meant, left the rest in peace. I don't chase no clicks, I just move in ease. Calm with the facts, bold when it land. Whole lot of grace with a mic in hand. No shouting matches, just point and glide. Castle closed down smooth, we don't collide. A little tea got poured in the room, stay cool. We grown in the castle, don't bend no rule. You came, you stayed, now log out clean. No shade in the chat, just soft and seen. If you vibe with truth, you already know. No extra talk, just let it flow. Subscribe if you feel it, join if you're grown. That member T hit different when it's your own. This ain't petty, this poise, this presence on cue. With a side of I see it, but I move with truth. I log off calm, no storm to chase. Just satin and standards in a sacred space. Catch me next drop, the doors open wide. But bring peace when you come, leave shade outside. We don't rush truth, we just let it right. Now dim that screen down, we good night. Good night, my people. Thank you so much for passing through the castle tonight. If you enjoyed the vibe, don't forget to subscribe. But if you really want the real, become a member. That's where the tea spill first. Real calm, real clear. Till next time, walk good, stay blessed, and mind how you move in these YouTube streets.